Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fallout of WrestleMayhem. Last week, champions were crowned, dreams came true, rivalries were formed, and moments were created that we will never, ever forget. Ladies and gentlemen, you should know who I am by now, but in case you don't, I am the manager of champions. I am one half the undisputed kings of commentary. I am the general manager of Overdrive Pride and one of the co-founders of Overdrive Championship Wrestling. My name is Stanley Brewer, and joining me as always is the other half of the undisputed kings of commentary, general manager of Overdrive Glory, and the PNG of power himself, Mr. Elias Storm. Now, Elias, I want you to give me your thoughts about just the phenomenal event that we had take place last week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Glory. Stanley, it's great to be here once again this week. WrestleMayhem was an absolute slobber knocker of a pay-per-view. Some matches were better than others, i.e. the International Championship Triple Threat stealing the show. I am proud to say that Overdrive Championship Wrestling show that is the premier promotion in the entire world. Whether that's the E-Fed, whether that's real life, OCW show that it is premier. And that means the world to me, Stanley. Because this company is my child. And that means it means everything.
Well, it's more like our child. I mean, because it takes two people to make a child. And, you know, we kind of came up with this together. If anything, I came up to you and you signed your name in big red crayon to make this official.
Call it pencil. I'm a classy bro.
Oh my goodness, but you know, I will give it to you, that International Championship match absolutely was a show stealer. We did have a couple of oddities happen. We had relatively quick ladder matches, surprisingly enough. Of course, the Judgment Day, you know, pretty much taking all the hard work done by Kofi to unhook that briefcase to become the glorious tag team champions. But over on the Pride side, Matt Riddle possibly unveiling a new finisher, mud stomping Ray Fenix in his asshole to get the 1, 2, 3. But in our main event, a last man standing match for the ages, where it took an ungodly amount of stair shots just to keep one of the two men down. But ultimately, Gunther walks out as the Galactic Champion and is one of the two top guys in Overdrive. Of course, Okada hitting that Rainmaker on Miz, winning a 4-way Hell in a Cell match. And I mean, obviously the last man standing match was the better match. But we know who the guys are in Overdrive now. But now that we're in the fallout of WrestleMayhem, I guess we just gotta see where things go from here. And to start us off, Elias, why don't you break it down to us what's happened here tonight?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got absolutely stacked right here tonight. The new and inaugural International Champion, Cedric Alexander, will be hosting an open challenge to start the show. Once again, the International Championship is the workhorse, so I'm just curious to see who decides to take him up on that offer here tonight. In our next match, we've got a grudge match because Cody Rhodes did not finish the story last week. And Solo Sikoa was quick to tweet about that fact. So he said, you know, Solo, if you feel like you deserve to run it back with the American Nightmare, then you can do that tonight in a no-hold-barred match. Obviously, these guys have been beefing for a minute over in the alternate universe, and that's completely carried over to the OCW. I'm very curious to see what happens with that as well. After that, we've got... Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, seems got some technical issues. Actually, that's my misspoken. Before that Cody Solo match, we actually had two matches. That will be Mr. Break the Ceiling, KO, taking on the indie death god Matt Cardona in a singles match. Kevin Owens, obviously, Mr. Break the Ceiling, so he's got a lot in his mind when he's an Okada the championship. Okada is actually not here tonight, taking time off in Japan. He'll be coming back next week, so you guys can look forward to that. And in the first match of our women's tag team championship qualifier, it's a blind eliminator tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we stole that from AEW. Proud of saying that. We've got the new glorious women's champion, Becky Lynch, and teaming up with her opponent, WrestleMayhem, one Jordan Graves, to take on the captain of Team Kick, Dakota Kai, and Jamie Hayter. Very curious to see what other teams come from the Blind Eliminator when we go to crown our new women's tag team champions. Then obviously we have the Cody solo match, which has been pushed up for ratings purposes. Thank you, the network, for that. We've got a battle royale featuring several women: Asuka, Gigi Dolan, Jason James, Charlotte, Cara Jade, Bianca Belair, Mia Yim, and Chitlin will be competing to become the new #1 contender for the Glorious Women's Championship. And our main event, we've got a rematch from WrestleMayhem, in which I feel a proper champion, champions need to be decided. It is the Judgment Day taking on the New Day in a rematch for the ages, a good old-fashioned tag team match.
Now, partner, this could be just me, but I'm sensing a very, very heavy bias against the New Day here. Something tells me you wanted them to win that match, but it seems that the powers that be did not allow that to happen. Why did you want to give them a rematch so soon after WrestleMayhem?
It's not necessarily about. I'm actually very proud of Finn and Damien. I took the pointing picture with them. You can see it on my Twitter page. The PNG of Powerhouse, you know, current glorious tag team champion. However, do have a problem based on the matches ended WrestleMayhem, and I allow people on my brand to take easy wins. So I talked to Damien and said, "Hey, you guys are the champions. I'm telling you, this is that you have. The crowd deserves better." They agreed. They said they would take on the New Day. Over the stipulation being that if they successfully beat them, the New Day could no longer challenge for those titles as long as the Judgment Day is champion. I said, you know what? That's fair. The New Day knows this. I wasn't going to mention this until the match started, but Stanley, you brought up a great question, so I had to let you answer first. No, this is new opportunity as long as peace and battle hold the truth. They must succeed.
And once
I feel like with that, it's a perfect main event.
And once again, tonight they will answer the question, who will rule the day in Glory's Tag Division? But ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it with our first match of the night. If the arena wants to load. There it is, live from the Trojan Wrestling Center. And we are live now. Here we go. 2 out of 3 falls for the International Championship. We actually have a ring announcer this time. His name is Brian. And wait a minute. Hold on a second. And it's Xavier Woods. He's here to answer the open challenge.
I am very excited to see Xavier here tonight. I was not expecting this thing as his New Day brother. A tag team title match later tonight. But I am a very big fan of Woods, like I said earlier. He's the former king of the ring, the one thing that he wanted to be more than anything growing up. I felt that with that, he never truly got that single career run, that opportunity that he and Kofi got, leading up to the Big E in the bank and Kofi Mania and stuff. Maybe this is his opportunity to shine as the premier member of the group in a brand new promotion.
This could be an incredible night for the New Day, but the one thing I do know is that after tonight, consequences will never be the same. Xavier Woods making his entrance before Cedric Alexander, the champion here. Kind of a bold move if you ask me. Of course, the music's guy could have just, slipped. But you know what? I believe in our audio department very much so.
Yeah, very good point. However, regardless, Cedric being the international champion has a lot to prove here tonight. He is the inaugural champion, and he shows that he deserves to be the champion, winning 2 phenomenal matches to get here. But the question is he man enough? Is he champion enough? hold off his first ever defense, or will he lose the International Championship on his first title defense?
Now, of course, Cedric, to get here, had to defeat Santos Escobar in the first ever edition of Overdrive Glory. And then at Mayhem proper, Jeff Hardy did manage to get one fall, but the other two falls went to Cedric himself. Mustafa Ali absolutely not getting any falls in that match. And honestly, I think Xavier's very bold for coming out here. I understand that he wants to capitalize and make this a huge night for him and his New Day brethren. But quite honestly, I think the champion retains here. I think Cedric Alexander stays international champion. But I think Woods, at the very least, gets one fall, possibly the first fall.
No, honestly, I have to agree with you. I think Cedric Alexander, again, has the biggest chip on his shoulder out of all the current champions. He's definitely the least proven when it comes to titles. But I think Cedric, with that chip on his shoulder, has an opponent who has a chip equally as big. Xavier Woods is a tag team specialist. We know that front, back, and forward. However, he's never held single gold in a major promotion. And I think that's got to be eating away at him. Xavier Woods is the premier guy to talk to about the advocation and support of tag team wrestling. We know that. But can he stand alone here tonight? And that's the question we're about to find out right now.
The international champion versus the man who booked himself to be king of the ring, Alexander. Very physical right out the gate. Possibly thought about going to recover, but Woods is back up in a DDT.
Oh, what a DDT.
DDT from his knees. And the international champion showing everybody right here, right now, why he's champion, why he's the best. He's trying to wear him down. Oh my goodness, absolutely planting him on his face. And Woods now climbing out of the ring, trying to regain his breath.
Cedric. Oh, Woods counter.
And Woods now back in. Cedric with a nice maneuver. And could this be the first fall?
Into the kick to the face here. Good kick out on one by Woods. Xavier Woods, aka Mr. Kickout Kid, is known for never saying goodbye. But will that attitude cost him here tonight? You know, Cedric Alexander has shown lately that he can be quite ruthless and aggressive when he needs to be.
And Xavier saying, bring it on. And, well, it looks like Cedric brought it, and brought it way too hard with an arm drag right there. And another one. Into the ropes goes Xavier. And Cedric now, oh, with a nice tornado DDT.
More DDT.
And wait a minute. Cedric thinking high risk possibly on the second rope. And a flying forearm. I thought maybe he was taking sunset flip there for a sec. Not sure if that's a move in his repertoire, but I think that move would do him well. Oh my goodness, showing off with the headlock here. Cedric Alexander being flashy as all get out here in his first defense as international champion. And here we go, looking for that brain buster. This is what won him the match at Mayhem. Here's the cover for the first fall. And he got it.
Cedric scores the first fall in convincing fashion. Hopefully Xavier can start putting some offense here.
And,
wait.
Xavier
What's with the counter here?
Nice power bomb. Dropping the
into the elbow drop.
But as I said, remember.
Once again, this is that
one suicide.
attitude.
Sorry, now we're talking over each other, but like I said, at WrestleMayhem, Alexander scored the victory thanks to a brainbuster on Ali while Jeff Hardy was incapacitated outside the ring. And now that's 2 straight falls with that brainbuster. You have to wonder if that's really going to be Alexander's new finisher. Of course, he's known primarily for doing the lumbar check. And what's he thinking here?
Great is back in professional. No offense to one Roger Strong getting into heartache. But I am pleasantly.
Oh my goodness!
surprised.
Spanish Fly, it looked like.
Oh. Wow. 1, 2.
Oh my goodness! Alexander
Xavier
taking
Woods.
care of business.
unfortunately, it looks like Woods never really got to go in the second year where Cedric started the match in it. And another dominant showing for our first ever international champion. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, looking at this Cedric Alexander, like, like this title reign lasts quite a long time.
He calls himself Prime Alexander, and Cedric Alexander here wrestling like he absolutely is in his prime. A clean sweep to start our night here on Overdrive Glory. And can I just be honest? Like, I hate that I'm complimenting your show. It takes about 3 years off my life every time I do it. But I love that belt, and I love how it looks on Cedric, given how colorful his gear
I have to
is.
agree.
Given how the purple strap matches with it, it's almost like a certain somebody designed all the belts. Well, whoever that somebody is, they should get a raise and should be told that they're better than everybody else. Anyways, we have another match to get to right here. But first off, though, Elias, final thoughts on that dominant performance by international champion Mr. Cedric T. Alexander.
As a very big fan and friend of Woods, I'm disappointed and sad for him that he lost. But that just goes to show how amazing Cedric Alexander has taken himself to this next level. But again, Alexander is here, and it honestly looks like he's here to stay in OCW. I expect great things from our international champion, and bare minimum, a 6-month reign, easy.
A 6-month reign where every match is the belt is 2 out of 3 falls. Cedric Alexander trying to prove his worth here in OCW. And speaking of proving your worth, we have one man who's already proven his worth as we go to our next bout. And here he is, the man who won the first main event in OCW history, breaking the ceiling and winning the Break the Ceiling contract. Kevin Owens, though, just kind of been resting on his laurels, has not announced when he's cashing in that championship opportunity.
Again, 6 months from the date of winning that contract in that phenomenal fatal 4-way ladder match. I expect Kevin Owens to bide his time. Maybe wait for him to take his weekend. Recovering, and he says, you know what? Next week, it's me and you. I expect great things from Kevin Owens here in Glory. And I think that tonight, the Indie Deathmatch God is in trouble. Matt Cardona, his opponent here tonight, is the other guy who competed in that ladder match. Kevin Owens made sure to put every single guy to the real ladder that night, including Matt. So maybe he tries to get revenge for that here.
You're absolutely right about that. Now, Cardona, in an alternate universe, there are talks of him possibly going back to the WWE. And, of course, Cardona is somebody who, much like David Arquette, you just cannot kill this guy. You can push him off a stage in the wheelchair. You can have John Cena bury him. You can do a lot of things. But
and make out with his girlfriend.
And make out with his girlfriend. And then also take away the IC title after one night. But Matt Cardona is somebody who truly refuses to die. He's always ready for a reason. And even though he didn't capture the break the ceiling contract, I think Cardona is going to be ready for Kevin Owens tonight. And quite honestly, Kevin Owens doesn't really have anything to lose, but Cardona, a loss tonight could send him further down the card. I think Cardona's going to come in this with a huge chip on his shoulder as we are off to the races. Kevin Owens immediately, whatever he was thinking, Cardona is going to counter. Owens looking for that fisherman suplex. Nice little maneuver there. Now you have to think, Elias, what do you think is going through the mind of Kevin Owens' head? I mean, obviously Okada's only been champion for 1 week now, but that Rainmaker proving to be as deadly as ever. If you're KO, do you try? If you're KO though, do you how long do you wait until you take your opportunity to go up against Okada?
I honestly, that's a great question, Stanley. I'm not really sure. Kevin Owens is obviously one of the guys who absolutely loves to fight in professional wrestling and definitely on the Overdrive Glory roster. Maybe it's next week. Or maybe after a dominant match, he says, "You know what, Okada, I want you. There is no championship celebration for you next week." Maybe he waits until a week before his contract expires. I I don't know, but however, I do believe Kevin Owens will pick his spot. He will make sure that this is the best opportunity for him, and I think when he does catch in that opportunity, he walks out as glorious champion.
And quite honestly, as you know, I'm still kicking myself. I couldn't draft Owens myself, of course. Owens' work ethic, how much he has grinded, not just in WWE, but spending all those years on the independent circuits and stuff like CZW, PWG, and Ring of Honor. Kevin Owens is one of the most hardest working men in professional wrestling. And honestly, that's something, oh my goodness, pulling Cardona from the apron. That is something you could also say about Matt Cardona. He gets released by WWE during the pandemic, seemingly has no opportunities anywhere else, has to redefine himself. He goes to GCW, becomes a champion, becomes a deathmatch king, makes their championship belt a spinner belt, and since then he's had stints in AEW, he's had stints in Impact, and might soon find long-term employment in the WWE as Cardona looks like he's taken over this match. He's bringing the fight to Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Absolutely surprising from the former NWA World Champion Matt Cardona, as you say, completely reinvented himself. Definitely seems to put on a massive amount of muscle in his time away from the E.
Oh my God!
Here with you. Oh yeah.
I thought he was about to.
Definitely thought he was going for the package canal driver there, but he sends it out.
Same here. I haven't seen that since his days in ROH and/or PWG. And Owens over the top rope.
Over the top rope with the same time. Kevin Owens once again showing that forgot his size. He's an absolute cannonball. Reminds me of Bam Bam Bigelow in the best of ways.
Oh yeah, gotta love good old Bam Bam. But what a boot to the face by Cardona, and quite honestly, the big boot in retaliation.
Owens returns it.
Oh my goodness.
My Owens fight has never been more clear than in this match. I was not expecting these blows to go back and forth like this. Honestly,
Owens,
Kevin Owens
pop up power bomb, but it's countered.
Rana by Cardona.
And that could have ended the match right then and there. Of course, Owens, a couple of finishers in his arsenal, a pop-up power bomb, the package pile driver, which we thought he was going for earlier, and, of course, the stunner. Oh, but Cardona now, he's got something locked in. Middle of the ring. Owens has not taken a lot of damage. He's going to roll him over, throwing the rights, and he's going to break it up, and he's going to get out of dodge. And oh my God! Oh my God! Radio silence! Radio silence!
No.
Out of nowhere!
Out of nowhere with the leg lariat. Is this the end for Owens?
There's one, there's two, and no, Owens kicks out.
Oh my God! At 2.75, we gotta take another look at that as a fan, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely shocked.
Well, we don't have money in the budget for a replay guy, but that radio silence out of absolute nowhere, Cardona practically hopping up from a near seated position to hit that. The amount of athleticism on display, the tornado DDT.
Lord, tornado DDT. Okay, Kevin Owens now setting up for what I have to assume is
Stunner! Here's the cover. And Cardona kicks out of the stunner.
Matt Cardona will not die tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This match has been absolutely back and forth. I was not expecting this at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is wrestling. This is Overdrive Championship Wrestling. Remember the name. And Cardona needed a face. And is Owens out? No, he's not. Kicked out at 2. And Cardona,
another close one from Matt Cardona here. Clearly showing us this thing.
Honestly, Cardona really thought that was it. And Cardona now with the DDT. And kicks to the back.
On the back of Owens.
Trying to trip him up. It looks like Owens might have backstepped it. What's Cardona thinking? Is he thinking? I don't know what he's thinking. Oh, nice. Oh, excuse me. I burped again, but what a nice maneuver. And now trying to work on the arms is Cardona. Cardona's taking a lot of punishment, especially to his head and his ribs. And oh, he's got some
drop in the hole into the leg lariat.
Here we go. Owens, nowhere to go, but hasn't really felt a lot of wear or tear on his legs. Earlier, of course, rolling over to reverse it, does the same thing here. Unloading on the beautiful face of Matt Cardona.
Down to the leg here.
And I don't know what that was. That was just a spazzed out clothesline. And Owens looking for that. Looking for a backdrop, maybe? Yo! I don't know what you call that. Hey, Owens going for the splash, probably.
Are we going to see her?
No, a swanton, he hits it!
Picking up Cardona.
And Owens, another
stunner! This is going to be the end of the match here.
Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Break the Ceiling.
Mr. Break the Ceiling.
What?
Wins the second match.
Here is your winner, Kevin.
My goodness, and another victory. His first victory in singles action for Kevin Owens. Mr. Break the Ceiling is now 2-0 in his Overdrive career. But you gotta raise a glass to Matt Cardona on that one. You know,
definitely put up a fight. Kevin Owens got it in attack for sure.
But of course, Cardona just refusing to quit. Hitting that phenomenal radio silence, almost getting Owens, almost getting him. But these two worked each other to a four-star match. Now that is just what you call some goddamn good professional wrestling. Whew. So we know what might be next for Kevin Owens. What do you think is next for Matt Cardona going forward from this match?
I honestly don't know what's next for Matt Cardona here. Obviously, it's probably going to be him working his way back up the card for sure. Two major losses like that can't feel good, but Matt Cardona is a great guy, and I expect great things in future glory. So don't expect him to fall by the wayside people in the upcoming year.
Hopefully not. Maybe one day he'll see himself in that main event picture. But for now, we have one of the more interesting matches on your card as we go to the Women's Blind Eliminator Tag Tournament. And I don't know if you're Jordan Grace, I don't think you could have gotten a worse draw than this. Of course, Becky coming off of the Iron Woman match against Grace, where she beat Jordan 5 pins to 1. And after her last pin, just putting Jordan into this armor and torturing her until she couldn't take it anymore. And I mean, I don't know. After a demoralizing loss like that, I don't know how you get back into the ring with the woman who literally tried to brutalize you a week prior. Now, these drawings were completely blind, right? You didn't just write Becky's name 15 times on a piece of paper?
No, absolutely. There was a raffle. And me and the higher powers that be decided that this was a great opportunity for several women. However, to answer your question about Jordan Grace is one of the best competitors not only on this roster, but in an Overdrive Championship. I definitely think she takes this opportunity to recover as best she can. Regardless of how she feels about Becky, this is an opportunity to be champion. And Jordan Grace came to Overdrive to be champion. Now, if her and Becky can cooperate long enough to become women's tag team champions, maybe they go on a 2-woman power trip. Jordan Grace has competed for men's championships before. Maybe she goes after the international championship instead of Alexander. I have no idea. However, tonight, Jordan Grace is focusing on winning one match at a time. If she decides that later on she wants to get Becky back for what she did at WrestleMayhem, then power to her. I support it. Becky was out of line, but she is our women's champion. And with that comes certain conditions and perks. Their opponent, however, I'm very excited to see step into the ring here tonight. Dakota Kai making her live debut, and Jamie Hayter returning to wrestling, because last time we saw her, she was with the Outcast. I'm very curious to see how that goes.
Now, of course, Jamie Hayter also making her Overdrive debut, and and outside of Becky, all these women are actually, appearing on Glory for the first time, because Jordan Grace, her first appearance was WrestleMayhem, and I want to go back to Jordan a little bit. I mean, not only are you probably mad at the fact that now you have to literally share the ring with your sworn nemesis, but you also have to be mad at yourself for just letting yourself get completely embarrassed like that at WrestleMayhem. And meanwhile, for Dakota Kai and Jamie Hayter, this is a whole new world. This is a brand new start for both of them. And if you ask me, I think that fresher mindset, the more wide eyes, like, oh wow, this is gonna be so awesome look that I'm sure that the team of Jamie Hayter and Dakota Kai have in their eyes. I think that more, favorable outlook, I think that's going to be an advantage, and ultimately, I feel like Jordan and Becky just are not going to be able to function together as a tag team. That's just my opinion, though. My superior opinion.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. However, we've seen Blind Eliminators before, and apparently, over in that alternate universe, the most random player of the group, very similar to Jordan and Becky and MJF and one Adam Cole, baby. They won. They made it to the finals and were able to successfully defeat Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia to get the opportunity to challenge FTR for their tag team title. So maybe they throw out. Maybe they become sisters after this. Who knows? However, I don't expect this match to be easy for either side.
And the glorious women's champion Becky Lynch will start against Dakota Kai, and Becky with a reverse DDT. Starting off early. Now, of course, Becky. I don't know what you call that outfit except for stylish. Of course, Becky probably taking a note out of her real life husband's book, Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins being the drip.
Oh, and going on, Mark.
And already Becky looking for the tap. And Dakota reverses it. Almost had Becky's shoulders to the mat for a potential 3 count. Now Irish whip at Dakota Kai.
Oh, Dakota taking out Becky's legs there.
And Dakota feeling it, of course. These are her first moments on Overdrive TV. And oh my goodness, I do not like the way Becky fell right there. That punch might have done legitimate damage. Becky barely being able to crawl. And
Jamie allowing Jordan to tag in here. Very interesting moment.
I feel like something happened with Jamie there. It looked like she was troubled by something as Grace easily throws her out the ring, and now beating up Dakota Kai on the apron. Oh no! Oh my God!
What a backdrop there! I don't know what Jamie was thinking there. Into the fisherman suplex.
What a suplex though right there by Hayter. Hayter trying to get a little bit of revenge as the fans in the front row getting a little bit of action, and oh my goodness, Grace almost got sent into the
dropping it on the guardrail thing.
And of course, those guardrails, those aren't no fancy guardrails. Those are your old, just standard steel guardrails. And Jordan Grace at the count of 7.
Jamie completely ignoring the ref here.
Now at the count of 8, someone's got to get back in the ring, or there's not going to be a winner, and Jordan will answer
back in. Jamie is also back in. Thankfully, he did not need a match ending here in countout.
We've almost had a couple.
With all the combustible elements here, I definitely don't think that would have ended well.
We've almost had a couple.
Jamie enjoyable here. Yeah.
Well, actually, if I'm not mistaken, Cedric, oh my God, and a whiff drop kick by Jamie Hayter.
He picked up a fall.
Yeah, he picked
on
up
his
a
way
fall.
to the International Championship by countout.
Yeah, that was in this match against Cedric. Or not Cedric versus Cedric. I mean, honestly, if it comes to it, we'll just do Cedric versus Cedric.
We might have.
And if new Cedric wins, then old Cedric has to vacate the title. Now that would be a main event I would pay for in any brand. As Becky goes face first. And Jamie Hayter, seemed whatever was ailing her at the beginning of the match seems to be gone. Okay, well maybe it's come back because Becky announcing a comeback of herself. She'll go for the first pinfall attempt. And Dakota Kai barely has to take a step as Jamie Hayter trying to go toe for toe with the current champion, but here's a disarmer. And oh my goodness, a drop kick.
I would have breaking it up.
Becky doesn't flinch, but still relinquishes the hold anyway. Dakota
immediately throws both women on the outside. And
what's Becky thinking here? And it looks like she's just trying to get a little bit of rest. And now walking over to tag in Jordan Grace.
Tag in Jordan Grace. So far, that combustible element on the inside has not poked his head yet.
Yeah, and I mean, there's the two women have surprisingly been very cooperative with each other so far tonight. It's honestly surprising. And Hayter, oh my God!
And Jamie Hayter taking out Becky. Really going to try and avenge her partner, but again, like I said earlier, Jordan Grace is the definition of a professional. She can't be happy with what happened at WrestleMayhem. Which, honestly, on paper is a lot more one-sided than it looks. Jordan Grace was definitely in that match multiple times. She could not secure more than one pinfall, as Becky mentioned. However, Becky was able to do enough damage where she repeatedly pinned Jordan back-to-back before she truly recovered, and that ended with 5-1. But what people tend to forget here is that Jordan Grace was 2 seconds away from gaining her second fall before time ran out. I would love to see these women in a 30-minute or even 60-minute rematch.
And
that's what happened in 16.
Meanwhile, getting back to the match right quick, Jamie Hayter did not see the tag to Becky initially by hitting a sit-out power bomb, and Becky not being able to take advantage of that short confusion. But going back to that match at WrestleMayhem, what really got me about that match was the fact that when Becky already had the match just clearly won, there was nothing left to prove. She put Jordan in a disarmer and tried to break her arm when there was less than a minute left. She already had the match won, but Becky was absolutely relentless. And again, the fact that the team of Becky and Jordan have not combusted yet is honest to God surprising. But Dakota Kai, she hasn't seen action in a long time, and oh my goodness, I'm not sure what you call that, but that was a good looking move.
It was very similar to Cody Rhodes' Crossroads.
Honestly, to me, that looked like kind of like a modified like twist of fate. Of course, many women in this division taking after Lita.
Taking out the leg of Becky again. Now going after Grace. Drop kick. Dakota Kai absolutely showing she definitely belongs here.
But that time taking out
Becky.
Grace might have cost her. Manhandle slam. But she's near the ropes. Here's the cover.
1,
and
2.
She kicks out.
How about Dakota? And as you can see, Jamie Hayter was nowhere to be found there.
And Jordan Grace, meanwhile, is on the outside. Now she's back, and a nice suplex by Becky.
Like that.
And Becky
celebrating.
Looks like she's manning up. She's manning up. Oh my God! What a hot tag by Dakota.
Tagging the Hayter.
And a clothesline. She's planted. Here's the cover. And Jordan Grace immediately
breaking up his pin. And he immediately goes back to the outside. Jordan Grace showing what it means to be a classic tag team wrestler.
And wait a minute. I think Becky, it looks like she just knocked Grace down, but Grace jumped right back on the apron. Maybe Grace was trying to get out the way. But regardless, Becky Lynch getting dragged to the corner, and she's about to have a bad day.
Kinda, but she gets hit by Dakota.
Wait a minute, though.
Becky.
In the ropes.
Irish whip. Drop down. Leapfrog.
An arm drag.
Slam.
Or scoop slam. I'm sorry. I'm a stupid man. And now to the outside.
Wow.
Dakota's not even the legal man.
Ah. That one's gotta hurt.
Oh, I'm flinching from that one up here. And Jamie just showing off. Showing no concern for her partner. But showing more concern for Jordynne Grace.
Working on Grace.
Who goes,
these women are attacking the tag team partners more than their actual legal opponents.
Can we just...
Another snap reflect by Becky Lynch here.
Another manhandle.
Manhandle.
But Dakota Kai's right there. But she's out the ring. Now she's back in. She's got to figure this shit out, and she does. She had to perform Algebra 3 to figure out how to break up that pin, but she did it. Hayter, though, trying to back away. Wait a minute.
Look. Hayter.
She's got Becky up. Oh, to the neck.
Oh, my God. What a clothesline.
This could be it.
Jamie Hayter might have the second best clothesline here in the Overdrive. And Becky caught it.
Into a disarmer. And Dakota there to break it up.
Once again, breaking up. Submission.
Wait, and here's a...
Oh.
That looked like a surprise roll.
Oh, my God. I think she caught her head on the edge of the padding there.
And Becky tagging in Jordynne Grace, the freshest woman in this match. Jamie Hayter's still legal, but she doesn't seem to know where she is. And so Jordynne Grace is going to take out the trash. And Grace taking out the trash.
On her back on the apron again.
And Grace now giving a little flex. Hayter, though, whips her into the corner.
Short to the corner.
Hayter takes
what are we going to see here, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, but she took a little bit too... No.
Wait a minute.
Top rope maneuver.
Could she be looking for a superplex? From the second... Oh, no, from the top! Superplex! Picture perfect by Jamie Hayter.
Jordynne Grace is down. Jamie looking to take advantage.
And dragging her to the corner.
Dragging her to the corner.
And Kai's back up. We might see a tag here.
Oh, counter. Kai hits Jordynne. No. Irish whip.
And Jordynne was...
Shoulder tackle.
Oh, and a clothesline again!
Oh, my... Again, another monster clothesline.
And Dakota...
Becky immediately breaking it up, flying across the ring.
And Dakota not there to prevent the breakup. But Becky, both times that Jordynne's been in trouble, Becky's been right there. These two surprisingly have more chemistry.
I think this is going to show how great they are as professionals. Sunset flip powerbomb.
And I don't know what that was. The ref
what a
looking.
submission maneuver.
And another immediate breakup by Lynch. Lynch has some words for Hayter. Dakota Kai's going to make her pay. Oh, it looked like a GTS. And Becky is down. Jordynne whiffed. And a move here by Kai could spell the end. A bridge. And the ref's not counting. Here's the late
not
count.
Counting. 1,
and Dakota Kai and Jamie
3.
Hayter. They move on.
Dakota Kai and Jamie Hayter will move on to the semifinals of the women's going eliminating Kai for one. And shocked. I definitely think Jordynne Grace and Becky Lynch were going to be the winners of this match. They were gelling pretty well as a unit, but Jordynne Grace takes her second loss here in Overdrive when it comes to championship, not only in competition, but when it comes to championship opportunities. That one's gotta sting.
That absolutely has the sting, and of course, taking the pinfall in that match. Now, of course, that just ruthless clothesline by Jamie. Oh, no, I'm sorry, no, it's GTS by Dakota Kai that knocked Becky smooth out. She was not getting up from that, and despite a bit of a rough go of things between Kai and Hayter, not being on the same page at a couple different different points, they pick up the win. But again, it cannot be understated how in sync Becky Lynch and Jordynne Grace felt with each other. I don't know. Do you think that out of the kindness in her cold black heart, Becky might give Jordynne another opportunity?
I have no idea. Honestly, I'd be pleasantly surprised if it did. I think Jordynne is going to work our way up from the bottom at this point. I mean, we have several talented women on the roster. Obviously, the blind eliminator tag tournament's not going to. We've got the women's battle royale for the number one contendership later tonight. I don't know where Grace goes from here. We'll see how Becky and her respond next week to this loss, honestly. But yeah, again, Dakota and Jamie are moving on to the semifinals of the women's blind eliminator tournament, and we'll have that full bracket for you guys next week.
Now, quite honestly, if they had to name their tag team, Dakota Kai and Jamie Hayter, what do you think they would name it?
That's a great question. Both of these women are very hard hitters. They're both foreign nationals. Honestly, that it could be set. I have no idea.
I would honestly,
obviously Dakota's having a team kick, but Jamie Hayter's not known for a kick.
I would say either some kind of hate pun, like I don't know, the hateful dogs or something like that, or or how about this? How about the player haters? That would be good. I think the player haters. And of course, you spell it.
Player haters is very interesting.
You spell.
Obviously, Dakota Kai being a former member of Damage Control and Jamie Hayter being a former member of the Outcast. Maybe Damage Out.
Damage Outcast. well, listen. They have however much time they have to come up with a name.
Or maybe they go for Out of Control.
Out of Control, I like that. Maybe they'll like that too. Of course, our team of creative, which is me, myself, and I, and also Elias, will run names by them later. But for now, we got a huge grudge match on our hands. This goes back all the way to the opening night of Overdrive, where Solo Sikoa feels like he was robbed of an opportunity at the Overdrive World Heavyweight Championship by this man, who, while did hit him with a crossroads, remember, Solo had firm grasp of the rope, but our fiber referees did not see it. Of course, our referees have gotten better. We pay them $7.50 now, which used to be minimum wage. But of course now, no disqualification, so Solo can grab that rope all he wants. But the rope is not going to save him or Cody in this matchup.
A little silence for the wolf. As Cody Rhodes makes his way to the top depth, the Kingdom has got to be one of the top things in professional wrestling right now. Obviously, carry on my wayward son by the Elite over at AEW, taking the #1 spot. Cody has a lot to prove here in Overdrive. He was one of the first people to pick up a win on last night. He earned that opportunity to be in the Fatal 4-Way, and then he let his grudge with Roman cost him the Overdrive World Championship. Cody Rhodes' story has yet to finish. Being the world champion that his father wasn't. Obviously, he's a former NWA World Champion, just like his father. But Cody not only is trying to step out of his father's shadow as the American Nightmare, the Rhodes family is just as good as all the others. Whether that's the Flairs, the Von Erichs, the Mysterios, now that Dominic is a North American champion, or the NOI family, who thanks to Roman and the Usos breaking records in single men tag teams, have stepped up. Speaking of the NYE family, Solo Sikoa, the street champion and the enforcer of the bloodline, has the opportunity to show that his family is more royal than that of the Rhodes.
And now Solo, honestly, Cody Rhodes will finish the story someday. I feel like it's just written in the stars. But with Solo's career is just beginning. But not only is he in the shadow of the head of the table, Roman Reigns, but excuse me, sorry, I keep burping because I'm a very gassy man. It's not my show. But Solo also under the shadow of one of the greatest tag teams in this era of professional wrestling, that of the Usos, and of course his older brother, main event Jey Uso, getting that match at SummerSlam in an alternate universe. Honestly, I feel like there's more on Solo's shoulder than Cody's, because I feel like Cody's going to be okay no matter what. He'll get opportunities.
I don't remember fucking leg sweeping.
But with Solo, meanwhile,
good boy.
For Solo, I feel like he has more to fight for here, because not only is he trying to move up the card, but he already took that loss in the draft, and it's hard to come back from that, especially when at the very least you should have been given at least one more pinfall attempt. But of course, the ref didn't see it, and the Suicida by Cody. And Cody went for the ultimate teabag right there.
I get that reference. Again, Cody Rhodes being a two-time WWE Superstar. Last time ending with Stardust, where the cartwheel nod goes to. I definitely think, again, he will finish that story, and Solo may be in the bigger shadow, but I don't know if the chip, again, is as big. Cody Rhodes has a lot to prove in the alternate universe. And he has that massive Brock Lesnar coming up. Also here in Overdrive, he was the first man taken in Overdrive.
That's right, he was the first overall pick. Which again was when I say opportunities will always come for Cody, and that's just because Cody is a superstar at the Solo Casado 1. Cody is just that kind of superstar. He's not a superstar. He literally is the superstar. And there's not many guys who in this industry that can really say that. So I feel like with Cody, opportunities are always going to come. But with Solo being a lot younger and having a lot more stairs that he has to climb to get out of the shadow of his family, I really think that this match is more important for Solo. I really do.
No, that's a good point.
And also, these men, despite it being a no disqualification, no holds barred match, neither of these men going for weapons yet. Both of them keeping it to strict wrestling. Probably one. Oh, and Cody!
Oh, Barrier Breaker by Cody Rhodes. That's a move I haven't seen in a while. Shout out Victoria.
And wait a minute, Crossroads!
Crossroads!
And is Cody about to win it already?
One.
Oh my God!
Three. Oh. Wow. I am, from what I'm shocked. This was a no-holds barred match. I don't know if Cody and Solo decided they wanted to prove themselves without weapons. I don't think anyone was expecting Cody to win against Solo again so decisively. And this time there's no rope break to contest.
Not a single sledgehammer, chair, kendo stick was used. I'm really shocked. I'm just like you. I'm shocked. I'm not necessarily surprised that Cody won, though. Honestly, I thought Solo was gonna miracle kid his way through this. Not exactly shocked that Cody won, but more shocked, as you said, how decisive that was. That was, there were no ropes within the vicinity. That was Crossroads, middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. You cannot get any cleaner of a finish than that in a fucking hardcore match. I don't know how you get a clean finish in a hardcore match, but you know what? Anything is possible in Overdrive.
Man, what a showing from Cody here.
I mean, that's really all we could say. What a showing by Cody, and I guess pray for Solo Sikoa's career.
Yeah, don't know how Solo recovers here, especially because not only will Okada be returning to Overdrive next week, but so will the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And I don't think he was going to be happy about that at all.
Now, Solo may go from the island of relevancy to an island all of his own. The good old Solo Island is, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to the 8-woman Battle Royale, where the winner will get the first crack at Becky Lynch's glorious Women's Championship. And here comes Gigi Dolan, who is a member of Toxic Attraction.
Yeah, no, Gigi, I'm a very big fan of Gigi. She's kind of actually Women's Champion alongside JC James. I know Gigi personally before Kelly from their Independent Day. So I'm really curious to see again why she decided to not only keep the Gigi Dolan name, but kind of stick to her roots from her time in WWE in the alternate universe. I'm very curious to see if Gigi can return to her singles competition ways from her independent days, or if he decides, maybe this is about ensuring that Mandy Rose is eventually women's champion. Whether JC win this match and go on to beat Becky and lay down for Mandy or not, we've seen the groups do that before. As the Queen of Spades makes her way to the ring, Shayna Baszler is honestly my pick to win this match. If we're talking about chips on her show, on anybody's show, hers has got to be the biggest bag of Doritos in the locker room.
the biggest bag of Doritos. Well, it must be a bag of sweet chili Doritos. Excuse me, given the color of her gear. But now Shayna's absolutely my pick to win this match too. I mean, she's been a tag champion multiple times. Of course, now she's probably going to get a match at SummerSlam against Ronda Rousey. Very recently, cutting one of the best promos in her career on her former partner, because Shayna, despite having an MMA background, she wasn't just handed a title shot at WrestleMania. She had to be a trainee. She had to set up and tear down rings. She had to earn her stripes. She had to earn her keep in professional wrestling, and she probably feels like she's been completely shorted. But here is an amazing opportunity for her, to get that shot at Becky Lynch, to possibly get that revenge from Mania 36. But she's got to go through 7 other women, including one of the most dominant women in recent memory, the EST of OCW.
Right. And you want to talk about trainees? Bianca Belair 6 years ago was a Tennessee track star. She was in college. She knew nothing about professional. She was a regular person, and since then she's been going on to multiple championships. And I think you can't count Bianca out of this match at all. However, again, I'm reiterating that Shayna is my pick, but if Shayna doesn't win, then I can definitely see Bianca taking that spot.
Now here's a woman who is familiar with a lot of the women in this match. Charlotte, last time we saw her in OCW programming, was that core 4 fatal 4-way to qualify for the Glorious Women's Championship. And Charlotte, of course, she invented the line, she is the opportunity, and Charlotte getting another crack at the Glorious Women's Championship belt tonight. But I don't know. I feel like if you're Charlotte, you go into this match a little bit angrier than you normally are, because you're the shit. You know whose kid you are, and you know that you got to take advantage of these opportunities when they come to you. And of course,
absolutely, 14-time women's champion is looking to make that 17, or should I say 21, to break the record of her father. Obviously, that's a couple of championships away compared to the 16 times record. That's a record of the WWE. But Charlotte, her future in Overdrive Glory is very promising. I am a firm believer in making sure that you earn your way. And Jordan Grace can always do that at WrestleMania and again tonight. But Becky, is the women's champion. And I feel like whoever walks out of this matchup is a very tough task ahead of them. As the second member of Toxic Attraction in this match is making her way to the ring.
Representing Toxic
And now
Attraction.
JC Jane, much like Gigi Dolan and Shayna Baszler, all making their Overdrive Championship Wrestling debuts. Now, obviously, with both members of the two members of Toxic Attraction being here, do you think that they team up in the early get-go, or do you think it's just all women?
I would hope so. I would hope so for JC and GG's sake. But in the Ultimate Universe, they are currently nowhere near the best of friends. So who knows? Maybe they continue that, and they only represent Toxic Attraction in name only. We'll have to see. However, it's smart on both of their parts, regardless of how they think whether that's good or bad, to try to eliminate some of the playing field, seeing as every other woman in this match has had, main event moments in some shape, form, or fashion.
And speaking of main event moments, here is one of the premier main eventers in women's wrestling. Good old Asuka, as she makes her way to the ring in what I can only assume is a mask designed by Jason Voorhees himself. It would not surprise me.
Yeah, and the Empress of Tomorrow and the current WWE Women's Champion over in the Ultimate Universe is looking to add more goals to that very impressive resume. And I think every woman in this match should fear the Asuka she has become. She's definitely channeling her roots from Japan, where she's an absolute stone cold killer. And even though, again, I'm backing Shayna for this match, don't expect Asuka to go out quietly if she goes out at all.
Now, Asuka always says that you are not ready for Asuka, but here in the Battle Royale, it's not about the others being ready, it's about you being ready, because the tides can turn at absolutely any moment, and if you're not careful, you might see yourself flying over that top rope. And now, of course, so we have 3 of the 4 women from that original Core 4 Fatal 4-Way, and here's somebody else making her Overdrive debut. Here comes Mia Yim. I'm really not sure where the whole Michin thing comes from, but Mia Yim, she was a former staple of the women's division on NXT during the dying days of Black and Gold, and now she finds herself as a part of the OC nowadays, which you can call Bullet Club. That's wrong company. And honestly,
Right.
I think Mia Yim's a dark horse in this match. I think out of everybody in this match, this is somebody who I really think needs that big victory, needs that breakthrough win, and obviously a win here in this women's battle royal will give her the opportunity of a lifetime. But again, 7 other women, you have to be on your A game.
Right, no, I know. Michin means like crazy.
Nah.
Obviously, to roll around with Bullet Club, you kind of have to be. The HBIC is a blazing bag in me again. Was a standout in Infinite Wrestling as Jade is a member of the Dollhouse. She's also a former War Games participant. Like this woman, Cora Jade. And like I was saying, Toxic Attraction doesn't have as much, main event experience as the rest of these women. Obviously, Mia Yim has had opportunities to be women's champion. Cora Jade has, recently tried to make sure she got an opportunity for that NXT Women's Championship. Now that she's, gone over to the dark side as a kid, let's say, quote unquote, rocking the black goth skater sheet instead of, the happy-go-lucky, I'm so, happy to be here. And that she's currently rocking her heel turn days in NXT. I expect very big things from Cora Jade now that she's signed on the Glory here. She's very young. The sky's the limit for her.
And here we go.
But, I don't know. Who do you think's going to be eliminated first here in this match?
You know what? I'm honestly thinking if you're smart, you eliminate one of the ladies from Toxic Attraction, because again, that possibility of teaming up could be possible at any time. And 2-on-1, 2-on-1 in a battle royal. Yeah, brutal knee. I hope Cora actually is able to get up. But obviously, two on one in a battle royal, that does not bode well for anybody. Because there are just
bodies are absolutely dropping.
Well, as
Jade and Stacey Jane working together to take out Oscar here.
As YouTube audio swap would tell you, let the bodies hit the floor. And Bianca, she might be the first one to go out here. But Cora can't capitalize.
Charlotte and Gigi tying up in the corner. Big boot. Oh, and Bianca dropping JC Jane. So far, no woman just
Mitchell, oh my God, a sunset.
Oh my God, sunset flip there.
Sunset flip and Cora Jade taking out moment members of Toxic Attraction with what looked like a sling blade. And Asuka now throwing Gigi Dolan over her head. And planting what looked like a reverse DDT, but Mia Yim immediately kips up, but looked like. And they're trying to go for an elimination here. Can she push her out? Mia Yim trying
working on Mia Yim in the corner.
Stay in, and Cora Jade's been eliminated while we weren't even looking.
Oh, Cora Jade being the first eliminated, gotta be tough on her. You know, making her Overdrive debut just to be eliminated in very quick fashion. Unfortunate.
And it took Jade a little bit to leave ringside. Obviously, not happy that not happy that she's already out. Charlotte planting Shayna Baszler on her knee. What a suplex! Oh my God, Asuka is absolutely destroying people out here, and might do the same for Mia Yim. Now Charlotte and Bianca tying up. Of course, these two have history. A lot of history with each other at this point. And of course, Charlotte, trying to hop the line and take Bianca's opportunity, leading to the triple threat that will happen in the Ultimate Universe at SummerSlam. Wow! Oh, what a maneuver by Gigi! And Bianca Belair is out. And Asuka now.
Asuka was trying to work together here. Oh, DDT the Mia Yim here.
And Jason was caught sleeping. Only one woman eliminated so far.
Charlotte and Fairy.
The Toxic Attraction looking to work together now. Both getting something on Charlotte, and now
here by Bianca. Gigi Dolan.
Now trying to go for the elimination on Shayna Baszler, but Baszler not going up. Asuka though, one over the ropes.
And Bianca going back and forth.
But she will not be eliminated. Of course, these two meeting up at WrestleMania and Night of Champions in the Ultimate Universe earlier this year. Now Asuka tying up with Baszler, and Baszler with a knee to the face.
Oh, no, their knee.
And that is the brutality that Shayna Baszler brings. That physicality. She can wrestle, but that MMA experience is her ultimate weapon. She will hit you hard, and if she has to, she will knock you out for real.
No, absolutely. Shayna,
reverse DDT on the Bianca.
Probably the most experienced horsewoman of the four. It comes in the MMA horsewoman. Absolutely going around the UFC veteran, a former women's champion. But Shayna, once she left the MMA, trained in Japan for a while. She's a former DDT Pro champion. So I think that goes to why she's so angry at Ronda and what led to her and Ronda breaking up the tag team. Shayna had to put in her dues to be in WWE, and she still has yet to capture that elusive main roster women's singles championship, while Ronda has been handed quite a few reigns, it feels like.
She's been handed pretty much everything. Let's be real. But meanwhile, though, Mia Yim, another sunset flip on the Baszler in the corner. And so far, Cora Jade is still the only one to be eliminated so far. And now Baszler just sitting in the corner, hoping nobody notices
Bianca dropping Jason.
And Bianca with a standing
moonsault.
And Charlotte noticed Baszler and went over, but was intercepted by Mia Yim. And now those two tying up. And what a lateral press! And is Bianca gonna throw her out the ring? No, just gonna drop her on her face. Of course, Bianca maybe showing a little sympathy, not wanting to throw somebody on her face.
Bianca and Gigi working together.
And Gigi taking Mia Yim over the rope. looking for an elimination. Is she gonna get it? No.
Mia Yim able to survive as Gigi tries to kick her out once again.
JC Jane was sent to the outside, but nothing came of it. And now everybody meeting up in the middle of the ring. It is chaos. Bodies are falling. And I don't know what that was. Some kind of brainbuster by Bianca. Mia Yim off the top rope with the tornado DDT. Bodies are hitting the floor. They are strewn about everywhere. And now Asuka going for a submission in a Royal Rumble. In a Battle Royale. I don't know what she's thinking, but who knows? Maybe this is 4,000 IQ.
Unconscious body is slightly easier to get rid of than an active one.
I mean, fair. That's what I thought she might be going for, but you never know. And oh my God, Mia Yim bashing heads together. And nope, she might pay the price for that. No, Shayna Baszler intercepting Belair, and now trying to eliminate Belair. Can't seem to
again. We've only had one elimination so far in this match.
Wait, it might be two. Mia Yim was caught sleeping on the ropes. She went over that top rope, so if she falls, she's eliminated.
JC Jane eliminates Mia Yim, and we are down to 6.
And what a spinning kick to the face. And now half the field is on the ground. The other half fighting each other, and it looks like Tatsuya might be fighting each other for a sec, but and
JC Jane has been eliminated by Charlotte. We're down to 5.
And 2 much quicker eliminations here. Oh my God, Gigi just rakes the back of Asuka, plants her on her back, and now Bianca doing some squats before planting Shayna. But Gigi's close to the ropes, a neck breaker by Asuka. And Charlotte looking like she's just trying to find herself right now. And I don't know what Gigi was going for, completely whiffs on the dive, and Baszler, it looked like she wanted to size her up for something. Instead, trying to go and eliminate Asuka. And Asuka gets her to the top rope. These corner eliminations almost never fucking work. And once again, it did not fucking work. We are down to our final 5s in the middle of the ring. 4 women are locking up. Charlotte sent to the corner.
Throwing Charlotte into the corner. Counter.
And Gigi's eliminated. After a kick to the face.
The contraction is on now. And besides Shayna Baszler, we are down to 4, and 3 of these 4 are the women who participated in the Core 4 Fatal 4-Way. Besides Jordan Grace's opponent at WrestleMayhem.
And we're also among the
I'm not surprised.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not surprised it's come down to these women. Who of them wants it the most? 3 of these women obviously have already lost an opportunity at the title. Shayna trying to prove she should have been there in the first place.
And Bianca, right on the face. Now, of course, these three women, these were 3 of the first 4 women who were drafted to Overdrive Glory, which is why they got the opportunity to begin with, as Bianca was sent flying over the top. And that is the top-tier elimination by Asuka, who is now throwing Charlotte into Shayna Baszler. And now she has her pick on who she wants to eliminate, if she's even going to go.
We're down to 3. Asuka is the only woman standing.
And let's see if Asuka goes for that elimination and kicks to the stomach and 1 to the face.
Absolutely rocking Charlotte Flair here.
And Asuka goes for a splash.
Never do for Battle Royale. Going to the top rope, and that does indeed work out here for her.
I feel like that's an unwritten rule. You don't go to the top rope in a Battle Royale, and if that is, Asuka just broke that and then some, getting major height on that splash, and Baszler is looking to take advantage of that by taking out Charlotte.
Is she going to?
And over the rope she goes. We're down to our final 2. And Asuka putting
Asuka with the Asuka lock.
The Asuka lock on the submission specialist. Of course, tap outs aren't going to matter. But Shayna He powers out of it. Not going for a submission, though. But gets that a punch to the face. And Shayna now.
Yeah. Wait, going for a DT, but off the counter.
Asuka with a German suplex.
Oh.
And Baszler worn down. She's going to need to do something here. Asuka taking her to the rope. Could this be it? No, Baszler fights out.
Oh, off the counter. Oh.
Baszler fights out and stomps on the arm.
Nothing on the elbow.
And Baze now. Kick to the face.
Looking.
And Asuka's stunned. This could be Shayna's moment. This could be it. Throwing her, or trying to get her towards the ropes. Could she be thinking powerbomb again? Yes, she is. Is she gonna get it? Yes, she does.
Shayna Baszler powerbombing Austin to the outside. Taking victory. Shayna Baszler will be facing Becky Lynch for the glorious women's title in the year.
And the Queen of Spades powerbombing the last two women out of this ring. A showcase of physical dominance as Shayna Baszler punches her ticket to a glorious women's title match somewhere down the line. And I have to say that was a very, very lovely battle royale, if I do say so myself.
I can't help but agree. And, obviously Shayna was my pick, but once it was coming down to the wire, I definitely thought Asuka may do it. But Shayna proving why she is the queen of the stage and, the baddest woman in the ring. As we head to our main event, it's New Day's final opportunity to become tag team champions as long as Judgment Day holds the gold. Will it be a New Day, or will Judgment come for us now?
Now, of course, New Day probably, actually, I really don't know how they're feeling right now. Of course, their friend Xavier Woods having a major opportunity at the International Championship, but Cedric Alexander with the clean sweep, and what could have turned into a phenomenal night for the New Day, where all of them walk out as champions. It's almost like now it's turned into almost a literal do or die for a New Day as a tag team. Of course, obviously they lose here, they're not getting a shot at the tag titles until Judgment Day drops them to somebody. Do you think the added pressure is going to help or harm the New Day in this match?
I personally am of the opinion that pressure makes them. And in my personal opinion, they feel bigger and dominant than the New Day. Kofi Kingston, thanks to the New Day, is now a 15-time tag team champion. A triple-crown champion. I don't think Kofi, with that in mind, solidifying his legacy not only as a member of the New Day in the Hall of Fame, but as an individual, is going to let that, drag him down and prevent he and his brothers from being, tag team champions again. And again, they practice the Freebird rule, so Woods can still walk out tonight as champion. It won't be the same, obviously, being champion. I know that. I think in his very short history, one of the most prestigious in professional wrestling right now. But it will definitely help.
And of course, here comes the Judgment Day, and seemingly they're not making the entrance together, oddly enough. But here's Prince Balor, of course, at WrestleMayhem. It was Damian Priest, I believe, who grabbed the title belts, while sitting on top of the ladder. But if you remember in that match, Kofi Kingston was on top of that ladder for the longest time. It looked like he got the belt pretty loose. I feel like he almost got the whole thing in one go, but the Judgment Day managing to swoop in and capture the title right under the New Day's noses. But now with it just being a standard tag match, no ladders, all you need is one fall. Who do you think truly has the advantage in this match?
Judgment Day has been in the alternate universe. don't think anything is really good.
Alright, you need to say that again
say
because
one-
your microphone has absolutely shat itself, and it's kind of funny.
Because technically this is thing. But actually, the Judgment Day have been on a phenomenal run. They're also a great start here in Moses. But thinking a straight up head-to-head match, you could never count out today.
Oh, shit.
Seeing what they went through to get Kofi to WrestleMania to be WWE champion, you can never count out Big E, Xavier Woods, or Kofi.
Definitely feel that. And now here comes Senior Mr. Money in the Bank. Except, wait a minute, teleportation technique, and we are underway, or just about to be underway. Teleportation takes time. Hold on, people. And of course, there it is, the glorious Tag Team Championship. Oh, and of course, our lovely ring announcer, Ryan, we'll call him, has to give the introductions for being a championship match. He's doing this one pro bono. So thank you, Ryan. We appreciate you. We'll pay you in like 2 weeks in Subway sandwiches and a gift card to Jimmy John's. You know, I mean, because we give him the Subway sandwich the day of, but of course we give him a better sandwich to look forward to.
I feel like a Firehouse gift card would be better, but maybe we don't have money for that yet.
And I think Jimmy John's is better. Both of them are decently expensive sandwiches, though. Especially depending on the Jimmy John's that you go to. And the one near where I'm at, it's like $14 for like a full like foot-long sandwich and a drink. It's ridiculous. All right, well.
It looks like Big E and Finn Balor will be starting this match out here tonight in our main event.
Of course, both these guys, you know, very well touted alums of NXT. Finn, a multi-time NXT champion. Big E, the second ever NXT champion, if I'm not mistaken. And can I just say, goddamn, Big E was like, that's not Big E. That was Big E back in the day.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
Like the second that I watched that championship match against Seth Rollins, I understood why the 5 count was a thing, because that BE was just on a whole different level in terms of physicality. Meanwhile, Finn, of course, one of his signature moves being a stomp from the top rope, but any Finn Balor stomp could be potentially lethal. But
Kofi
with a flying, I guess, forearm. I'm not sure what that was, but it managed to plant the big man, and here comes the other big man.
Oh, sorry, body.
Now this is what you call a big meaty men bumping meat fight, but it looks like Priest is he gonna tag himself out and ruin it? No, but Finn Balor's going to help, and off the ropes, a forearm by Damian Priest, and he's gonna go for an early cover.
And here, Kofi immediately breaking it up. Good tag team etiquette.
And Kofi not getting out of the way and suffering as a result. He'll be on the outside as Priest. Priest a kick to the face of Big E, and Priest trying to be the more dominant big man in this big meaty man match. And back to the corner goes Big E, once again in the place he doesn't want to be. Finn Balor tags in because he's boring. But wait a minute, that's not very boring.
This is shoulder tackle, man.
And some tag team action in this tag team match, and Big E stretching out Finn here. But Finn using that noodle arm with some punches to the face and managing to work his way out. Now these two tying up. Big E, elbow right to the face. Another one. Those cannot feel good. And the third one. The Three Amigos elbow edition. And Finn's now the outside is legal man. Kofi gonna take his time, and he's got some words for Damian Priest and knocks him off.
But Finn immediately grooves here. taking advantage of the distraction with Kofi there.
And then a stomp to the elbow of Kofi. And Finn now is absolutely taking control as Kofi's put on the ground. And now onto his ankle. And Finn, I guess, trying to chop Kofi down. And what's he thinking here? He's got something locked in. But Kofi immediately is going to break out of it with another stomp to the chest.
Stomp to the chest.
I could hear that thud from here, dude. Jesus.
Oh, Kofi breaking out.
And Kofi finally getting in some offense. And a nice little backdrop right there. New Day, could Kofi be looking for the... Oh no, whatever he was looking for, doesn't get it. What a hot tag by Finn.
Oh, crap on that, please.
And Finn now going for the cover. This retain. And Kofi kicked out at one. And Big E didn't even move from the apron. He knew Kofi was going to be all right there. And Kofi now looking for... Oh my God, that almost looked like a kill switch. But of course, that was just a neck breaker. A good-looking neck breaker, though. The Priest now. Oh, going for the bear hug. And Kofi...
Trying to choke out Kofi Kingston here. Big E making his way in the ring.
Kofi's feeling out the referee here. And Big E comes in to break it up. And then Priest got it locked in again. And Big E trying to break it up, and he does. Now stepping out, and Damien's had enough of this bullshit. He's tagging out.
Kofi tagged in E.
And here we go, Finn Balor, Big E. This could be a potentially huge singles match down the line as Big E he's using a lot of things, but primarily trying to use that strength. Words are very hard sometimes. Big E continuing to exercise his size and strength over Finn Balor, giving him the business here as he clubs him across the back. And Kofi now, Kofi sitting on the outside. He has not moved. Looks to be slowly getting back up, and Big E now is in the corner. Can Finn take advantage? Looking for something. Drop kick into the turnbuckle. And Finn looking for a small pass. No, E rolls him up. The most devastating move. And that's right, in all professional wrestling, the surprise roll-up. And the New Day could have stolen one right there. And Finn now off the ropes, and Kofi! With feet to the face.
Looks like the cave-in that Cameron Jones likes to use.
Cameron grabs. And Finn now, oh my God.
That one's gotta hurt.
And E is possibly in the ropes. There's one, there's two, and Kofi late on the breakup, but Big E kicks out, so it's no problem. Priest now looking to fend off Kofi. Is he looking for Big N? No, gonna drop him on the ropes. And Big E showing off a little bit. Could he be thinking about doing something off those ropes? No, but luckily doesn't suffer for it, at least not at first.
Nope.
But Finn, on the side of the face again. And Big E just trying to get up. And Finn now, and whatever he was going for, it's countered by E. And E with a drop kick.
Misses.
Oh, the code breaker.
Backstabber.
I shouldn't backstabber. Backstabber, code breaker. Is there a difference?
Code breakers to the face, backstabbers to the.
Okay, cool.
Been celebrating, but it may cost him.
DDT!
Oh, DDT.
Kofi's gonna be all alone. And Kofi, a splash. Going for it again. Here comes the boom drop. Oh, he drops the boom. But Finn with the kip up. But Trouble in Paradise. Trouble in Paradise. But Priest breaks it up.
Priest in the what an out of nowhere Trouble in Paradise.
A boom
Kofi
drop
going
to
in
a
top.
couple in paradise, and a boom drop from the top
Leg
rope.
drop.
But Priest is still there. Can he break it up? No, but Priest kicks out.
Too.
Kofi pulling out all the stops.
I am pleasantly surprised when comeback drive here, Kofi.
And Kofi kick
Three
from
more
the
drop
ropes.
kicks.
And Big E's finally back up. But here's a roll up. Who's got it? Oh, I think Finn had him rolled up, but Kofi out at 1. And now the big man's tagging in.
Tagging out to the fastest man in the match, Damian Priest. Oh, but Kofi counted with an elbow to his face, and then a stop.
Kofi's bringing the fight to the big man. A drop kick.
This is what Kofi Kingston can't be counted out. Just sheer veteran work here. Upping the pace to make sure Priest can't keep up. Quick hot tag in and out.
And wait a minute, Priest looking for South of Heaven. He hit it. But Kofi's right there, not even letting Priest get 1. That's why you don't hit. That's why you don't do that.
Oh, what?
And Priest dangling Kofi off the ropes. Now Priest going for whatever that was. E not tapping out, but he was right by the ropes. Now tagging in the Finn. And Finn had an opportunity possibly at something, but E's already up. And well, wait a minute. No, he might have been looking for that DDT.
Looks like he was going. E counter.
And E looking for the big ending.
Big ending.
Middle of the ring. Here's the cover,
Priest flying in to break it up.
And quite honestly, we've seen these tag team matches.
No way. Okay, I thought we were going to see a second big ending there, but he dropped him onto the rope.
As we've seen in these tag team matches, though, you have to neutralize, both members of the other team if you want to get any kind of pinfall. Big E with a photogenic big ending. And wait, where's Damian Priest going? We don't know where Priest went. Okay, he's going back to his rope. I just saw him cross hard cam. God damn it, Priest! I thought you were trained for this. Now Kofi back in. Now Kofi, one of the fresher men in this match. They have to realize Finn Balor's. Finn Balor's. He's eaten a lot. He ate a big ending. He's eating this offense by Kofi.
Finn's got to be absolutely exhausted.
So much damage to his face, body, and neck. And what's Kofi thinking here? Just gonna stomp him in the back.
Stomping on the back.
And here we go. He's gonna drop the boom again. Oh, but this time the boom misses. And Finn now. Could he be looking for that DDT? No, instead planting Kofi. And Priest now hitting a DDT.
There's that DDT. There's a float over DDT right there. Finn definitely has to make the tag. No, he's going up top.
Can Finn make it? Coup de grace!
Coup de grace!
All the way across the ring.
Big E has to get in the ring.
And Big E breaks
immediately
it up
breaking it up.
It's all, I swear.
Finn finally tagging Priest here.
Whoever's getting pinned, their teammate is always faster. Always faster. That's a guarantee. We've seen South of Heaven. We've seen Coup de Grace. We've seen Trouble in Paradise. We've seen the big ending. We've seen every finisher be hit in this match, but I don't even think a 2 count's been reached so far.
No, Kofi got it. Kofi got a 2 on first.
That has to be the only one. Because obviously, these teams still fighting. The fans, we can hear them probably chanting both these guys. All these guys, here's the cover! And it's so close, but so far.
Big E in the next save. I think that might have been it.
And Priest now going to the outside. Is Big E going to come to the aid of his teammate? Priest instead throwing him back in, but Priest, this could be his opportunity to incapacitate Big E. Big E, though.
E counter.
And E, what's he thinking? Is he thinking big ending on the outside? No, but he'll plant Priest. The New Day, though, they can't rely on a count-out victory. Judgment Day would remain the champions. But Priest is at the count of 6. And Kofi with the toupee. And it bounces off. It bounces off of Priest, but Priest is unfazed. But that's going to reset the referee's count. Now,
that was the most important thing here.
Now, all the men on the outside. You're right. That's honestly probably great awareness by Kofi. You know, Big E obviously trying to do his best as Kofi kips up. But Kofi knowing the championships cannot change hands unless they're in the middle of the ring. Which both men are now back in the ring. And Damian Priest, he could be in for a bad Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Run right into the foot of Big E. Can Big E get him up for a big ending? And also, where is Finn Balor? And oh my goodness, I don't know where he was, but E getting a near fall on that. Looks to be sizing him up.
For the big ending. Yeah. Oh,
wait a minute, a power bomb instead!
Oh, that's not something we see often from Big E here. Definitely turning up.
And Big E showcasing that strength that he's always possessed. But wait a minute! Oh, knee to the back.
Okay.
Balor tags in.
Balor finally back up.
But Big E refusing to quit. And now Damian Priest is about to have a bad Wednesday afternoon. Or wait, maybe not. That's like Damian Priest. I meant Finn Balor. Finn trying to fight out of the corner. He does. And Big E, he might be set up for a bad Wednesday afternoon. Tagging in Priest. Looking like he's going to slingshot him into a forearm. And Priest onto his knees. A tag team finisher. And Big E rolls out. And Priest off the ropes.
What a maneuver. Again, a man that tall should not be that agile.
And Priest wants to win this match more than anybody. He breaks the count, but he needs to knock out Kofi while Big E is getting back in. Looking to do just that. Now Priest just needs one move to win because Kofi is going to roll out. Big E, though, off the Irish whip. And another one. Oh, and he plants him. Priest picks him up, plants him. He's going to go for the cover. No, is he going to go? Oh, my God.
He's going to the top.
Oh, my God. High risk by Priest. Looking for the elbow drop, but he misses.
He moved.
Priest, though. Could he be looking to hit it here? South of heaven. Is Kofi going to have time to break it up? Here's the cover. 1, 2.
1,
oh.
2. Kofi breaks it up.
Kofi just got there. And I mean just got there. The fans are chanting, this is awesome. This has been a phenomenal OCW main event. And we still have pride left in this broadcast. But ladies and gentlemen, they're putting it all on the line here. An arm drag by Finn.
Arm drag,
the best arm drag ever. Here's the cover. The best arm drag ever.
No.
Judgment Day wins it. Judgment Day with the best arm drag ever.
Kofi King trying to get around the referee to break up.
Here are your winners.
And the
Balor and Damian Priest and the African
and the best and the best arm drag ever wins the day for the Judgment Day. They retain, and now the New Day are luckless until the Judgment Day loses. But a phenomenal match on both ends. Everyone hit their finishers to the point that Finn Balor had to come up with his own finisher. The greatest arm drag ever. But Judgment Day.
Please don't give him ideas. We'll see a shirt next week. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, the New Day come up just short. But I feel like everybody can go home happy with that match. Now that New Day are officially banned from challenging for the title, I hate that because in a series like this, you would hope to see, you know, three matches, but the Judgment Day with one very unclear win, and now this one officially earning themselves their right to call themselves the true champions of the brand. I don't think we'll be seeing that New Day Judgment Day 3 anytime soon.
And quite honestly, what started off as a New Day with new opportunities for all three members of New Day ends in disaster for all of them. The Judgment Day coming out on top as tag team champions in the main event, and in the opening of the show, Xavier Woods missing out on the international title, and just whew. I mean, that has to sting from all angles if you are the New Day. But of course, this was only the beginning of the fallout from WrestleMayhem. New Day will more than likely have opportunities at the tag titles in the future, but for now, that whole group seemingly stuck in some kind of limbo.
Such a good song.
But anyways, I'll go ahead and give my final thoughts. Haven't been keeping track of the stars this time, but Elias, I will say, you do put on a damn good product, much to my chagrin. That tag team match was great versus Kevin Owens and Matt Cardona, putting on an absolute barn burner. Honestly, both tag matches on this card were really solid. If I had to pick a favorite, though, it's honestly between KO and Cardona and this main event tag match. But, I mean, you can't argue with Diesel Dave's subjective 5 stars here.
You cannot. I also wasn't paying that close of attention, but I do remember seeing this 5-star match and 2 4-star matches, so I can't complain tonight. At all. Great show from the boys and girls over here at Glory. I expect great things in the future from everybody on this roster. And expect to see a very interesting card next week with the fallout of this main event.
But of course, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere, because that was just the first half of our OCW programming here tonight. Because coming up next, we have another star-studded card for you over on the Orange brand with Overdrive Pride. But we are going to take a quick, not-so-commercial break. We will be back in about 10 minutes. Stick with us, more OCW action coming your way next. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us through that not-so-commercial break. We are back, better than ever, and we are ready for the second half of Overdrive programming here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's run down the card for the better brand, the best brand, the orange brand, Overdrive Pride. Let's go ahead and get that.
Yeah.
There we go. So, in our opening matchup, a prideful Tag Team Championships #1 contenders match. These two teams have yet to touch the sacred squared circle in Overdrive. Tonight, they have the opportunity to face RK Bro as Top Flight. The Young Martins take on Imperium, who I'm being told will be joined by our recently crowned Galactic Champion, Gunther. And then in our second match, a match between the final two of the Internet Championship Battle Royale, as Jon Moxley will face off against Matt Hardy. Could we see version 1 Matt Hardy again? Or will we see a different version of Matt Hardy? We don't know. You'll have to stay tuned and see. And then after that, we have our first match in the Prideful Women's Championship Eliminator Tournament, as former NXT champion Roxanne Perez will take on Serena Deeb in a matchup I'm very much looking forward to. And then, after that, we have a Prideful Showcase match, as Hiroshi Ace Tanahashi will go up against the Cardiac Kid Wesley and Moose in a triple threat match. Then in our semi-main event, two men who sniffed an opportunity at the Galactic Championship, both of them trying to work their way back into the main event scene, as Kenny Omega will take on Seth motherfucking Rollins in a traditional singles match. And then in our main event, the recently crowned United States champion Malachi Black will host a House Rules Open Challenge. Anybody is welcome to accept the challenge, but they will not be told the rules until they step foot into the ring. Now, quite honestly, I think that this card can very much stand toe-to-toe with Glory's card tonight. Elias, what match are you looking forward? What match are you looking forward to the most from this card?
Your card definitely has the potential to stand toe with mine. But believe it or not, the match I'm honestly the most excited to see is Roxanne Perez versus Serena Deeb. I think that's going to be not only a clashing of styles, but a clashing of generations. And, I'm all for women's wrestling. So I expect that match to be the hidden sleeper of the night.
And speaking of sleepers, of course, Serena Deeb herself, a submissions expert. Could she be putting Roxanne to sleep at the end of the night? I would say that one is probably on the top of my list as well. Now, I will have more announcements regarding the Women's Eliminator Tournament coming up a little bit later tonight, but I think that these two women, obviously, neither of them have been in Overdrive programming yet. They haven't gotten their shot at the women's title, and I think both of these women are going to be very hungry. They're going to be very ferocious inside that ring. Outside of their match, I am intrigued by the open challenge brought about by Malachi Black, who many people believe probably shouldn't be champion right now. Of course, Shelton Benjamin putting his heart and soul into that United States ladder match at WrestleMayhem. Of course, so many men in that match, but Malachi Black ultimately ended up sneaking away with the victory. Can he do what Judgment Day did and hold the line and prove that he belongs as rightful champion? Well, only time will tell. However, that match is our main event, and we're ready to get started with our first match of the evening to see who will take on RK Bro for the Prideful Tag Team titles. And of course, here they are, the Martins. Of course, both of them, part of Top Flight. Both of them, in their own right, have made headlines in AEW as singles competitors, but they both also contain a monumental, clean victory over the Young Bucks. But do you think that? I don't know. I feel like, despite how good these guys are, despite how athletic they are, I think this is Imperium's match. I think it's their night, and obviously with the presence of the Ring General in their corner, I feel like Imperium clinches their spot in a future prideful tag titles match. But Elias, what are your thoughts going into this?
I'm very excited for this match. Honestly, Top Flight is a very young team, as you said. They've got nothing but the ceiling when it comes to potential here. But their opponent are a team that people should be very wary of. I don't know what they expect. Imperium obviously has that tag team championship experience compared to the Martin. But brothers are a different level. You know, we've seen you get you shows in parties before. Being brothers gives you the interesting. Even though I think Imperium is the clear threat here, I'm going to give them the odds of
And their opponents.
And here come their opponents. Of course, front and center, you see the Galactic Champion himself, Gunther, with the Galactic Gold around his waist. And of course, Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, both phenomenal wrestlers in their own right. And remember, to Imperium, the mat is a sacred space. And while Gunther is out here, I'm not expecting much interference from his side because, of course, as I said, they respect the ring. But I think the sheer presence of the Ring General should send at least a little bit of concern, to Top Flight. But who knows? Maybe their youth and recklessness, maybe that will prevail over the sanctity of professional wrestling. But only time will tell. But of course, Gunther, being the professional he is, wiping his feet before getting into the ring. Are they going to do it? Are they going to do the pose? Are they going to do the pose? Oh, they did the pose! And I forgot to hire a pyro guy this week, so they get no pyro for the pose. But that's okay. There will be plenty of pyro for them if they capture the tag titles. And of course, RK Bro probably watching this match very, very intently. We are about to get underway as it looks like Dante and Kaiser are going to get us started here. And of course, both teams making their Overdrive debuts, and Ludwig Kaiser with a suplex and a cross body off the ropes. Here's the cover and a fast start. And a fast start here for Imperium, maybe trying to match that quickness that Top Flight brings. Of course, that quickness and athleticism being one of Top Flight's biggest advantages in this match.
Absolutely. Imperium is known for their very they can pick up speed immediately. So I don't think they'll be too far behind the Top Level Brothers down.
And of course, now Darius is in, and now he's going to work over Ludwig here in the corner. Now, oh my goodness, a leg drop over the rope to the neck of Kaiser. And Darius now tripping him up, and Ludwig Kaiser's in trouble as Dante tags in. Now, of course, Dante, not mistaken, he was the one who injured his ankle very recently in an ROH pay-per-view. But before he got hurt, when his brother Darius was hurt, Dante was making headlines. He was getting big matches on Dynamite. He was showing the world what he can do, and showing the world what he can do again. A sunset flip, and Dante's like, all right, I'm good. Of course, that phenomenal athleticism on display. Ludwig Kaiser has not tagged out yet in this match. Irish whip. What a maneuver by Darius, but a nice-looking German by Ludwig, and he's looking to regain control of this bout as Giovanni Vinci will tag in. It is glorious, glorious-looking tights. But Vinci, though, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was saying Vinci eating some of the Martin's offense, and now looked like he was going for the kill switch there, and instead Darius sitting on his ass. And it's gonna be a bad Wednesday night for Giovanni in the corner. Wait, no, he's out of the corner and a running bulldog by Darius. He's gonna tag in Dante. Yes, he will. The young brothers with the advantage so far in this match, but Giovanni Vinci saying, fuck your momentum. And you know what? Fuck your ankles while I'm at. And he's just contorting the foot of Dante Martin, and Kaiser going to tag back in. Is Martin going to be ready for him? It looks like it. Bringing the 1-2 offense. Kaiser, though, cross body. He's going to go for the first cover. And Dante Martin kicking out at 1. I know. And Ludwig got caught taunting. He got taught being cocky to head scissors. No, my goodness. And Martin, though. And oh, looks like he had a few words for Vinci before going back to Kaiser. Vinci having to jump off. And Kaiser, oh, and a big thud landing on his back outside the ring. But Vinci, of course, the referee not looking. Vinci managing to at least stun Martin here for just a little bit. And Dante manages to get the tag, and here comes Darius, and out goes Ludwig. Darius now. Oh my God, a flurry of offense. The Martins seemingly not taking their foot off the gas, but Vinci once again trying to regain control, and a nice scoop slam. And Vinci now getting cocky, but it's not going to cost him here. Or maybe it... Oh my goodness, I don't know what that was, but there was a lot of spinning to it. And Vinci with a spine buster. Here's the cover. And a kick out by Darius. Now both Martins have been the subject of a pinfall this match.
I definitely look, and it feels like the Martins may not be ready for the spotlight here in OCW, and it's been worked over consistently by Imperium.
And Darius just, oh my God, I feel bad for anybody who gets dropped on the apron. There's an especially loud thud when Darius just got dropped there by Vinci. But Darius still up for now. Vinci, though. And delayed brainbuster. And not going for the cover, but, you know, giving the crowd a little bit of the gun show. And showing off, saying that he's hot shit right in front of his tag partner. Meanwhile, Darius tags out to Dante. Dante dodging whatever Vinci has. There's a whip, and oh my goodness.
Dante getting it up this one. Finally.
Now basement drop kick. And Dante now. Dante showing the world what he can do, introducing himself to the OCW universe, trying to get the crowd up. And oh, what a maneuver! And here's the cover by Dante. 1. And a kick out at 1. Giovanni Vinci says, fuck your fancy tomfoolery. But another head scissors by Dante. And just like we predicted, Gunther not really being a factor in this match, just watching his boys on, knowing that they can get the job done. And Ludwig showing off again. And again, he's going to pay for it. He's about to have a bad Wednesday night once again. Or maybe not. The Martins going for a tag maneuver instead.
Double shoulder cloth there.
Now Darius could be setting up for something. Not sure. He's going to tag out to Dante. Kaiser is not moving. Vinci is not moving here on the outside. This would be a rather dominant victory. What a move. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and broken up at the last second by Vinci. What the fuck was that by Ludwig Kaiser? He just completely ate shit and now eating more shit with a DDT. And the Martins haven't really done anything high risk so far in this match. But wait a minute, as I say that, Dante with a dive to the outside, over the top rope, and a drop kick. And he kind of hits it, but kind of doesn't. And a hurricane run on the outside to Ludwig Kaiser, who's still the legal man. And a forearm to the face. And doing the hurricane pose. Of course, the Martins probably, taking after the hurricane a little bit, because who doesn't want to be a high-flying superhero? And a standing moonsault. And Gunther just watching this unfold right in front of him, and Ludwig back in the ring. Wait a minute, Gunther's getting involved. Oh, he's just going to throw him back.
Oh, he's throwing. Which allows Lewis to finally get that tag here, as Giovanni is definitely crushing man too. With Dante.
And oh my God, off the ropes with a nice arm drag. Of course, we've seen arm drags end matches with the best arm dragger ever that happened earlier. Of course, that's not going to happen here. Oh, what a move! Here's the cover! 1, 2. Oh. I'm not sure what you call that. I'm just gonna call it the amazing shit. So that's 2 amazing shits hit by each member of the Martins. Well, 1 each, but you know, hit 2 total. But
Martin's definitely taking after another WWE tag team guys who's definitely alongside Colin London and Brian Kendrick using that standing sliced bread number 2 there.
And this is something I've noticed from the Martins, especially Darius. It's that 1-2 combination. Those quick kicks, those quick punches, eventually escalating from going down low to up in the back of the head. And in that offense, you know, for a team known for being more agile and doing flippy shit, the physicality of the Martins cannot be understated so far in this match. And of course, you know, with Imperium being under Gunther, who's a very, very, very big physical specimen, that physicality honestly has been a huge key for the Martins in this match, because to me that feels like the one area that Imperium has definitely had these guys beat. A Spanish Fly by Darius. Here's the cover. I don't know why he's doing it right in front of Vinci. And Gunther very happy with the quick breakup.
Just a lack of experience on the Martin brothers here. It was making out to Giovanni Vinci. You gotta get Ludwig to the other corner. Oh.
And then Darius managing to flip off of a running Kaiser. Ends up beating an over the head suplex. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Wait a minute. Okay. And Dante seemingly not there. We don't know where he is due to the hard cam. Oh, a kick to the side of the head. And Ludwig now, he might be thinking high risk.
What?
Elbow drop to the back. And now tagging in Vinci. And now Darius, he has to get to the rope. He has to make that tag. Otherwise, I think Top Flight might be done for. Vinci, though, taking a little bit more time to rest, possibly waiting for Darius to get up so he can do unto him what he wants done unto others, or however that saying goes. But wait, Darius. Wait a minute. What's he going for? Oh, Bulldog off the top rope!
Got to tag out here.
Vinci's
and
down.
He does.
Here comes the freshest man. And he could be calling for the end. Dante with a drop kick to the side of the head. And a standing moonsault. Could he go for the cover? Doesn't look like it. He's getting the crowd pumped up. Beginning of the end? Possibly, but Ludwig is right there. Kick to the back. Again, as we've said, with these tag team matches, you have to neutralize the man standing, holding the tag rope. Otherwise, you ain't going to get shit done. There's a power slam by Vinci, delayed cover. Oh, and a kick out at 1. The sheer tenacity by Dante Martin as he whips Vinci into the corner. And could Dante be looking for that Bulldog again? Yes, he is, and he nails it. Picture perfect. Middle of the ring and a nice drop kick.
They're picking him up here. What?
What's Martin thinking? Oh, he's thinking tightrope. Best arm drag ever, possibly. And Vinci is stunned. Slowly getting to his
Give him a
feet. And they
Nice
did
breath.
the thing again. But where's Ludwig? Ludwig's right there. Can he break it up? He breaks it up at 1. I'm getting flashbacks to Street Profits and Lucha Brothers here. Of course, the
Oh god,
Martins.
we're gonna be here.
The Martins still not taking out Kaiser or whoever the hell it might be. Saying, "Oh, what a powerbomb by Vinci!" Who doesn't go for the cover, but he's sizing him up.
He's definitely looking for the shit.
Pedigree, maybe? No, probably
Oh.
looking for a powerbomb with a spin.
Yeah.
And here's the cover. Darius,
Um,
and Darius doesn't go for the breakup. And Imperium's gonna win this one.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to talk about that later on in the locker room.
Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser.
That's gonna be a very, very awkward car ride home for the Martins. Darius caught absolutely sleeping, and Imperium's going to win the day. Gunther already draped out in gold, of course, he's keeping it right, right here at the timekeeper's area, just to be safe for right now. But his constituents could be in line, or should I say, no, they are in line, but they could be the next prideful tag team championships. Honestly, though, kind of a heartbreaking loss for the Martins here. They were with Imperium toe-to-toe, beat for beat the entire time, but it's that inexperience. It's that one moment of weakness on the part of Darius Martin that that gives Top Flight the loss. But again, great match by both sides here. I mean, and you gotta give it to Top Flight. They did just about everything that you could possibly do to win this match, except for the one thing that matters most in these tag matches, which is breaking up pins.
Yeah, but with a show like that, we can definitely expect big things from them in the future. So I don't think they should be too disappointed.
And so now RK Bro, they know who their next opponents are going to be. It will be Imperium, and that match will arrive here in the coming weeks. I don't know how to say words. But let's take you to a match that's happening right now. The final two from the World Internet Championship Battle Royale. Jon Moxley, who is currently the World Internet Champion, going up against Matt Hardy, who came out as Matt Hardy version 1. Could we see version 1 reemerge here tonight? Only time will tell. Let's go ahead and get to the match in question. And there he is, Jon Moxley, not coming out with the belt. The belt's actually already here in the timekeeper's area. I don't know why Moxley decided not to walk out with it, but you know what? He's the champion, and he can make the rules. And of course, the big thing in the Internet Championship is 10 wins gets you an opportunity to cash in on a mid-card title. And after much discussion with me, myself, and I, we have decided that after 15 wins, you can cash in that belt for a world title, or still go for mid-card title if you want it. So 15 being that magic number for a world title opportunity. But first, you got to get to 10 if you want any other title opportunity outside the Internet Championship.
Right, but honestly, more important than 10, you got to get to 1 first. Jon Moxley has to successfully defend the championship 1 time before he can say he can defend it 10.
And what's happening here? Is someone coming to the crowd, or do we have fan interference, or no? We have, and we have Matt Hardy version 1 once again. Matt Hardy trying to take us back to the past and go back to a days when Internet Explorer was the go-to web browser, and before Opera actually had a decent web browser. Can version 1
Also,
Matt Hardy get it done?
Fell on the edges. You know what? Because that music sounds very familiar to some of our older audience.
Now, of course, Matt Hardy, he has many faces. He's worn many hats and had many a gimmick during his career as a professional wrestler. Matt Hardy version 1, seen nowadays as one of his best. Of course, many people lamenting the fact that, I want to say outside like a European title run, I don't think Matt Hardy V1 had a championship run. Say it again?
Version 1 Matt was United States and Tag Team Champion.
Oh shit, well hell yeah. Well, I take that back. Matt Hardy looking for more success with as V1 as he's trying to capture the World Internet Championship. But of course, what stands in his way is one of the most hardest working men in professional wrestling, Jon Moxley, who's immediately trying to bring it to V1 Matt Hardy. But V1 Matt Hardy, oh my god, just absolutely planting Moxley on his face. And quite honestly, a fast start by Hardy is probably what he needs. Of course, Jon Moxley, one of the most physical wrestlers in the game today, and of course, that physicality, just that sheer brutalness that he brings to Squared Circle has brought him a lot of success, especially outside of the WWE, in AEW, and across the independent promotions as well.
Correct. Former WWF champion. Obviously former X-Split, if I'm not mistaken. GCW champion.
And now, hey, your mic's kind of cutting in and out, but anyway, Moxley is right now just bringing it, just laying punches to Hardy's face, and now trying to stretch out his arm. Now, for Matt Hardy, of course, not only did he have to make it to the final two, in that battle royale that we saw at WrestleMayhem, but Hardy, he had to hang around for a little bit. It took a while for Moxley to fully take him out, and Moxley, now he's sent over the top rope. Could that be symbolic? Now Hardy rolling out right in front of Moxley. Moxley saying, "Fuck you," and Moxley with a broomstick off of the head of V1 Matt Hardy, and these two bringing it to each other on the outside. Moxley raining down elbows and stretching out the arm of Hardy again. And I don't know if we've talked about it pre-match, but Elias, who do you got for this?
I'm gonna have to go with the Internet Champion, Jon Moxley. I definitely don't think he's gonna lose that title anytime soon.
And Moxley almost got to the count of 7, and quite honestly, it's one thing to win the championship, it's another thing to retain a championship. And knowing Moxley, he's probably eyeing that 15 win mark, because I'm pretty sure he's probably pissed that, oh my god, wait a minute, oh, pile driver, holy crap, and Moxley trying to drag Hardy towards the middle of the ring, and does. Could this be the match? 1, 2, and Hardy's gonna kick out. As I was saying, Moxley, of course, as we talked about, been a world champion all over, probably pissed off, like a lot of people are, that he wasn't featured in the draft, he wasn't featured in the inaugural episode of Pride, and a nice bridge suplex, and almost getting the fall on Hardy. And with Moxley being as hard a worker as he is in Ultimate Universe, for how renowned he is, and how much of himself he gives as a tope suicida. If I'm Moxley, I'm looking to carry this belt for as long as I can, at the very least until you get to that magic number, so that you can then ascend to the top of the company. Could Moxley set an example for champions going forward? But as you said earlier, before he can do that, it all starts with that one win, which very much looks like he's in control here. V1 Matt Hardy, honestly struggling to get any momentum on his side.
Yeah, no, Matt's not looking his best here. Moxley in top shape. I think we can expect a very lengthy reign for the championship for John Moxley.
And Moxley went for an elbow drop, didn't get it. And Hardy now going for a stretch of sorts. And I doubt Moxley's going to tap to that, and he is not. Instead, laying down right arms and rolling over Matt, and just throwing his fist into the face of Matt Hardy. But Hardy recovering and planting Moxley. Could he be looking for that twist of fate? Looking for it! Twist of fate! Is this it? Moxley, though. His hand is near the ropes, and he's going to kick out of it anyways. Doesn't even go to grab the rope. We almost had a new internet champion right there. Matt Hardy almost took us back to the past. And Hardy celebrating as Moxley just innocently droops to the ground and the knee to the neck. Jesus Christ, I don't even know if Moxley's going to be able to breathe after that one. Hardy now looking for a razor's edge maybe. No, a sit-out powerbomb. And Hardy showing his physicality here, trying to wear down the big man. And there's that fight. There's that never say die attitude of Matt Hardy's Matt Hardy. What a clothesline. But the referee, he's at a count of, I believe, 7. He just now gets the 7, but Hardy climbing back into the ring, knowing he cannot win via count out. Wait a minute. Oh, a brain buster. No, that was just a brain buster. I don't think that was a paradigm shift, but that might win him the match anyway. No. That could have been a modified version of the paradigm shift, but, you know, paradigm shift I think usually goes a little bit lower. But of course, I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot of the times, except never. And meanwhile, Hardy, and it's not looking good for Matt Hardy, and he's just taking more of a beating from the fist of Jonathan Moxley. And Moxley possibly taking a page out of Kenny Omega's playbook. Knee to the face.
That one's gotta hurt.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Moxley with his own version of what looked like the V-trigger, possibly a call-up to one of his longtime rivals, Kenny Omega. And Moxley stripping that belt, and he retains. He is officially 1-0 as the Internet Champion and needs 9 more wins to qualify for a U.S. or even tag title belt if he really wants it. Matt Hardy once again doing what he can to hang in there. But Jon Moxley reigns supreme on this night.
Yeah, no, Matt Hardy falling short, unfortunately. Jon Moxley proving once again why he is the hardest working man in professional wrestling.
And now with that being two straight failed attempts at getting the Internet Championship, you have to wonder what is next for Matt Hardy. Does he try to redefine himself? Does he slip into madness? We don't know. Only time is going to tell. But honestly, if I was Matt Hardy, I would not be ashamed of the performances that he's put on the past 2 nights. But obviously, you know, losing multiple opportunities at a potential championship is always devastating. What else is devastating, or what will be devastating? Whoever loses this next match, because I don't know what's going to happen. I just know 2 women are about to go to war. One of them is going to walk away. The other one might need to be stretchered out. And this is just a singles match, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, here comes the former NXT champion, Roxanne Perez, you know, part of the newest generation of NXT superstars. Now, Perez is a product of the Performance Center. Am I correct?
Roxanne Perez is not. She's a former ROH Women's Champion. Under the alias Roxy, she competed with ROH, obviously, around the time they were starting to close down and with Tony Khan purchasing AEW. And after losing to, I want to say Mercedes Martinez, she signed the contract to the center and it has since gone on a very illustrious run in NXT, which ended in an NXT Women's Championship.
Of course, Roxanne probably eyeing gold. As currently Bayley holds the Prideful Women's Championship. Of course, Bayley already making her mark in this company, winning the first ever match in OCW history, becoming the first women's champion, Serena Deeb. Hey, look at that. We saved the pyro for her. Serena Deeb, of course, was somebody who was in WWE, was in WWE. Her career had to end for a little bit. She became a trainer at the Performance Center, was let go during the pandemic, but since then has been on a comeback tour of destruction. She's wrestled in AEW. She's been wrestling in ROH. She is a submission expert. Serena Deeb is one of the first women on the AEW roster that I fell in love with while watching. Just her in-ring style just felt so much different. And I'm gonna say this: I don't think that there are enough submission experts in women's wrestling, because I could watch a women's submission match all day. I watched Paige versus Emma very recently. A lot of submission holds in that one. Phenomenal match, and I'm hoping that these two can replicate that energy and have a phenomenal match as they lock up almost immediately. Serena Deeb in the corner, an uppercut. Some fast offense by Serena Deeb. An on kick to the leg. What's Serena thinking now? Up and now working. And now working on that leg and ankle of Perez. And Perez draining quickly. Now, if you ask me, I think that Serena Deeb, obviously I feel like she's just been around in the industry longer. And again, she's been on both sides of the ring. She's obviously doing in-ring work right now, but she's also been a trainer. She knows the game inside and out, and I think it's that physicality. It's just that I think that physicality, just her ability to make you tap, to work any part of the body. I think that's gonna give her the extra oomph in this match. But Perez, obviously, she is not gonna go down without some kind of a fight.
No, absolutely not. Serena Deeb is a woman who's a champion, multiple times over former NWA World Women's Champion, 6-time Women's Champion, Ohio Valley Wrestling. She's I definitely think whether Roxanne wins or loses the match, she'll learn a lot from this.
And now Roxanne Perez seemingly taking back over, and a nice arm drag. We're seeing a lot of arm drags tonight. Everyone just seemingly taking a play out of the Judgment Day's playbook, but that arm drag not good enough to even warrant a cover. But Perez knee to the face, making a very quick trip up to the top. And she's thinking moonsault, and she hits it. Here's the cover. Is that it? No.
Power 2.
And Roxanne Perez riding a huge wave of momentum.
Oh.
Almost getting the victory. And what a Dark Souls roll. And wait a minute. Oh, I thought there was going to be a pedigree instead of... Instead of going face first. Perez. And dragging her right on top of the O. Oh, and she's got that arm. Oh, my goodness. Trying to get Roxanne to tap. She's close to the ropes, but she's got to make an effort. Roxanne's not moving. Serena's got it locked in. Wait a minute. Oh, but Roxanne manages to fight out.
Definitely tap there for a second, but she gets out of the maneuver.
Roxanne planted her hand. Of course, you got to plant your hand a couple of times in succession to tap. Roxanne planted her hands. I thought she was going to tap, but instead using that as to give herself the little leverage that she needed to break out. But even then, Serena Deeb still in control, and she knows it. Maybe she knew it a little bit too well.
No, Roxanne is playing her part well. She's taking a lot of damage. giving a good amount back. And for an opponent to be so rather than small.
And Deeb now, and she's going to go off the second rope. And what's going through her mind here? And a broomstick that missed. Of course, you know, it's actually an axe handle, but we call it the broomstick because it's funnier. And Deeb hitting an uppercut, taking a page out of Claudio Big Stromboli's book. And Deeb, she's got her up. Possibly thinking tree of woe. No, instead, snake eyes. But now choking the life out of Perez in the corner. And again, it's that physicality of Deeb that's giving her the advantage in this match. And Deeb's got the arm now. A kick to the ribs.
Absolutely working over Roxanne.
And Deeb dragging Roxanne on top of the W, possibly trying to forecast something. And another face plant. Here's the cover. 1, 2, is this it? Yes, it is. Serena Deeb.
Serena Deeb, both the AJ Styles and Michelle McCool alike with that face plant. Roxanne Perez just could not keep up with the crafty veterans. Hopefully this is a learning experience for her as Serena Deeb climbs the rankings in the Tribal Women's Championship category.
Serena Deeb, now she has her eyes set on that top prize in the women's division. Speaking of the women's division, before we get into our next match, I do have a couple of announcements that I would like to make. Let me just go ahead and pull up my super duper official GM notes. So as you saw, that was the first match in the Prideful Women's Championship Eliminator Tournament. Now, the finals for that tournament will be in 2 weeks. But here's the thing. This isn't your traditional tournament, because the final match is not going to be a traditional one-on-one match. Because you see, next week we have 2 women's matches on the card, each vying for an opportunity at the Prideful Women's Championship. Next week, we will see Hardcore Country, Mickie James, go up against one of the most successful AEW Women's Champions of all time, and Hikaru Shida. But that's not all, because Raquel Rodriguez will also be taking on Zelina Vega. Now, the winners of those matches will join Serena Deeb in 2 weeks. For the finals in that Eliminator Tournament. But that finals match will be a 3-way dance. We are bringing back one of the best stipulations to come out of ECW in 2 weeks. 3-way dance to determine the number 1 contender for Bayley's Prideful Women's Championship. And once again, next week, Mickie James versus Shida, and Raquel Rodriguez versus Zelina Vega. So
very exciting.
I was about to say, what do you think about that?
No, I'm very excited. I'm a big fan of Hikaru, and I've loved Mickie James since before my balls dropped. So I expect great things from that match. Zelina versus Raquel is going to go one of 2 ways. Either Raquel is going to go the way of her former tag team partner and best friend Rhea Ripley and absolutely destroy Zelina, or Zelina is going to have a Rey Mysterio-esque match where she gets beat up and then has a comeback, which is absolutely out of this world, and secures her place in the. Regardless of what goes on, I expect great things from all 4 of those women next week.
And of course, as we said, they're fighting for a chance to appear in a 3-way dance. I'm honestly surprised that other companies really haven't picked up the 3-way dance as like a regular stipulation, because I think it's one of the more, it's simple, but it's still a very unique stipulation. A triple threat with elimination styles. I'm surprised more companies have not tried that. But you know what? We are OCW. We recognize greatness when we see it, which is why we're implementing the 3-way dance.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I did not expect you, of all people, to be the one to bring the 3-way dance the OCW first.
Bro, I love the three-way
But
dance.
congratulations to Yusa. Yeah, kudos to Yusa. Maybe you'll see a three-way dance in the future in Glory as well. Who knows? But coming up next, we have a normal triple threat.
Yes, sir. That's right. I was gonna say, speaking of three, we have three phenomenal wrestlers coming into this match. Now, of course, two of them, well, actually, no, I'm sorry, all of them coming off of championship opportunities as the star, air guitar, Ace, aka Hiroshi Tanahashi. Well, he's not coming off a title match. He's coming off a qualifier for a title match on Pride 2 weeks ago, of course, in that fatal four-way between Gunther, Kenny Omega, and Will Ospreay and himself. Tanahashi, he did hit that top rope splash, but it seemed that in that match, no pinfall was safe. Of course, Kenny Omega, he hit the one-wing angel on everybody in that match, including Tanahashi, but Gunther was always there. So Gunther obviously costing Kenny the match and possibly costing Tanahashi a shot as well, as he's looking to climb the ladder and get back into that main event scene. Now, this is a prideful showcase match because we're wanting to showcase some of the best that this company has to offer. And I think the next man we're about to see is somebody who I don't really think even has a ceiling in OCW. He's coming off a historic North American title run, and honestly, hopefully has a huge future in an Ultimate Universe. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wes Lee, who very recently competed for the Internet Championship at WrestleMayhem.
Yeah, now Wes Lee is a guy that I have very big hopes for in OCW and in the Ultimate Universe. Like you said, coming off a 270-day reign as North American champion, losing to Dirty Dom Mysterio, who are luckily for him not on this brand. So hopefully the next championship he wins doesn't get too.
Now, of course, obviously, while this is just a showcase match, the winner of this match, who knows? I mean, winning a match, with this much star power in it, can do nothing but boost your stock here in Overdrive. And now here's a man who's probably feeling robbed after that U.S. title match, especially because of the dominant fashion in which he got to that match. The man who speared Hangman Adam Page, the king of cowboy shit, out of his boots. Here comes Moose. Moose looking to regain momentum after that ladder match. And honestly, I think that Moose is the favorite here, because he's proven in the matches that he's been in, he's proven that he can pretty much win matches just by completely overpowering you. And I don't think anybody on this roster can quite match the power of Moose.
Moose is a very strong guy. Obviously, a professional football player. Probably one of the Overdrive. I expect once he finally, is able to get that opportunity for a championship in a one-on-one situation, you can expect Moose to walk away with that title 9 times.
And of course, one of the titles that Moose won, he killed a man right in front of his family in a savage fashion. Of course, calling his shot, defeating Josh Alexander in Impact a couple years ago. And Moose kind of just waiting while Tanahashi and Wes Lee start going at it. And now Moose just overpowering Tanahashi and driving him against the rope. But whoa! Hurricane Rana by Wes Lee. But now Tanahashi bringing it to Moose. All three men off to a hot start here. In a quick cover, Tanahashi trying to end it quickly. But Lee, Hurricane Rana. And all three men off to a very, very fast start. Now Tanahashi once again taking on Moose by himself. Lee now. Oh, and Lee looked like he was going for something, but was like, here, Moose, you can have him. And now Lee with a knee to the face.
What a spot. Trying to end this match as quickly as possible. Knee to the face of Moose here. Tanahashi on the outside.
And Lee, surprisingly, targeting Moose, going after the big man. Possibly something to prove here. Tanahashi, though, with a quick snap suplex. Well, not snap suplex, but a suplex. And Lee, of course, triple threat rules. He's got the sledgy. Lee's got the sledgy at the powerbomb by Moose. And he shoves the sledgy up Moose's ass. Shoves it up his ass again. That cannot feel good for his anal cavity. But Moose is back up because he's one tough son of a bitch. Wait a minute. Moose. Oh, Moose.
Oh.
Tanahashi tried to put him to sleep. Moose looks like he's fading, but Lee gonna break it up.
Wes Lee breaking it up. Smart decision on his part.
But that sledgehammer just sitting ominously above the O, and oh my God! Okay, they just avoided the sledgehammer, but what a move by Lee. And Lee probably taking the least amount of damage in this match, but that's gotta hurt. Being dropped on top of Tanahashi. Oh, getting jabbed with that sledgy. Lee, though, he's quickly recovering. That sledgehammer, it's still there. Lee barely able to miss it. And Moose probably... Oh, God, my ass is actually falling asleep. I gotta readjust myself. But Moose taking the brunt of the offense by both men in this match. And now Wesley is starting to fade. No, then he's fighting out of it.
Okay, but his foot is in the rope.
But of course, triple threat match. Lee would have been allowed to do that. Ref couldn't get a count, and Moose barely been able to get the lick of offense in edgewise here.
Moose is definitely getting the worst of the worst here.
And Wesley already back up after being thrown over the head of Tanahashi. Tanahashi, though, going for that sleeper again. And Lee, is he going to fight out of it? Yes, he will. Fighting out of it for the second time. And here's a surprise cover. This could be the match. No.
Sledgehammer just waiting there. Yeah.
And Moose with it takes the DDT by Lee. And in a German
release
suplex. Moose finally gonna get in some offense, throwing punches to Tanahashi. Oh, and headbutt. Tanahashi's down, and he might have landed on that sledgehammer. And Moose hits Tanahashi in the arm with the sledgy. Now Tanahashi is stunned. Wes Lee, though, taking advantage. Tanahashi out of the ring. Wes Lee now with control over Moose. Will that control stay? Forearm to the face. Moose is down. What's Lee thinking here? Knee to the face. And, looked like he was going for an RKO or something there. A sling blade by Tanahashi. A knee by Lee, another knee. And Wes Lee with the knees. We gotta start calling him Wes Knee after this. And Wes Knee, that time a boot to the face. Wes Boot doesn't have quite a good a ring to it. And of course the fans going crazy here at the OCW Theater. They've been treating some great matches. And a double suplex onto the sledgy. Back first onto the sledgy.
That was gotta hurt for sure.
But somehow
leg whip.
Lito's back on his feet. And
Gotta be the adrenaline.
And Wes Knee knees to the ass of Tanahashi. There's a German. And wait, it's a Rainmaker! And possibly taking a page out of Tanahashi's old rival in Okada. And, Tanahashi's not happy about that in the slightest. Jabbing Moose with the sledgy and a very, very quick cover. Nah, I think that was a message by Tanahashi for sure. And cardiac kick! But Tanahashi's near the ropes. But that's not going to help him. That would be the match. He kicks out.
Unbelievable effort.
And the Star Ace of Air Guitar kicks out. Lee now. West knee. Drop kick. But the sledgy to the dick. And then to the ass. And then to the ass again. My goodness. Who will win? Who will win? The OCW Universe on their feet. They have not sat down this entire match. And some head scissors by Lee. Tanahashi just a little slap to the face. But wait a minute, that slap in the face might be enough. Here comes the splash. He hits it.
Moose is right there, however, unfortunately. Tanahashi's ring awareness is not on point there.
Yeah, Tanahashi stupidly going. Oh my God, Alabama Slam.
Oh,
Could that
what
be
a
his new
maneuver.
finisher? No, kick out at 2. And Tanahashi's busted open now with that knee by Moose. And now he's out the ring. And West knee, sorry to run towards the ropes. Probably looking for that cardiac kick again. And a little scoop slam. The cover, Moose's new finisher? Maybe! The scoop slam gets him.
What is tonight? Best scoop slam ever?
Here is your winner.
And Moose, no. We can't say best. Greatest scoop, world's greatest scoop slam, the WGS. And Moose with the world's greatest scoop slam. And Moose wins the showcase match. And you have to wonder what the future holds for Moose. And quite honestly, I mean, he just beat one of the greatest champions of all time and a very recent champion in West Knee. You have to be feeling good about yourself if you're Moose after that match. Maybe not the dominant victory that he was hoping for, but a hard-earned victory nonetheless. Didn't even have to use the spear, instead substituting it for the world's greatest scoop slam. Hoo-wee, folks. And that is why we like having showcase matches here on Pride. Because all three of those men, immensely talented, all of them putting on a great show. Diesel Dave subjectively gives it 4 stars. Of course, we're talking about our brand. It's more objective than subjective. But that's besides the point. A world's greatest scoop slam puts away Wesley and Tanahashi. And now we are on to our semi-main event. Moose, a possible world title opportunity in his future. These two men coming off of world title opportunities at both the OCW draft and the first episode of Pride, respectfully. As the best bout machine, Kenny Omega is taking on Seth motherfucking Rollins, and well, they're already in the ring. Entrances be damned. Little handshake to start the match, and we are already underway. These two not wanting to wait to get their hands on each other. And quite honestly, I can't blame them because these are two of the biggest stars in wrestling today. Like, no cap, for real. That's the only time you'll ever hear me say no cap.
I'm gonna need you. I mean, never say that again. Multiple weeks. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Stanley was completely out of character. And Seth Rollins.
Look, I always say the cool lingo that the kids say.
Yeah, no one cool says what the kids say. I'll kick right along.
And these two already going at it, off to a hot start. As Rollins stretching the leg of Kenny Omega. And now looking for, oh God, a knee to the face. I thought he was going for a boom drop there. And a standing moonsault by Rollins. I don't think we see that very often. Look at the put Omega away. Gets to a 2 count. But the Best Bout Machine kicks off. And this match continues. Our semi-main event. Rollins though. And looking for an STF. He's got it locked in. Oh, but Kenny rolls him over. And it looked like for a second Seth Rollins might have had the quick victory. And what's Omega thinking here? Just going to drop Rollins on the top rope. And obviously, in the swing blade by Rollins. But Elias, who do you have in this match? Obviously, these are two superstars of pretty much unmatched caliber.
Normally, I'm a very big believer in all the hype that is the Best Bout Machine Kenny Omega, but I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins has just been on a bigger run as of late. World Heavyweight Champion, showing out completely. Ripcord niche move he definitely stole from Kenny Omega. Well, yeah, no, I just think Seth motherfucking Rollins, as you like to say, just has more momentum. I think that's going to carry over in this match.
Well, of course, both of these men looking to regain momentum here at OCW. Both of them part of #1 contenders matches. Of course, Rollins losing, eating the pin by Tommaso Ciampa. And wait a minute, Rollins a pedigree, looking to put it away early. But he doesn't go for the cover. Now he does. Those few extra seconds might have cost him. And it will. Kenny's going to kick out. Of course, Rollins.
But Kenny.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but Kenny hasn't really gotten into his offense in his match yet. Rollins has been absolutely show both of them and showing out. How about it to Rollins?
And a super kick to the face. Now Rollins, as I was saying, he took a fairy tale ending on a baseball bat, in a losing effort to Tommaso Ciampa. Kenny Omega, though, multiple times hitting that one-wing angel as Rollins going to lock in the STF for a rope break. Kenny Omega immediately hooking that leg on the rope, and Seth going high risk. Elbow drop, and he might be the first one to hit the elbow drop tonight.
Probably.
What a super kick.
And stupid.
Rollins
Omega not going out without a fight.
Rollins smartly getting out the ring, and oh no, just putting Kenny on the freaking guardrails. And of course, as we said, those are the old-fashioned metal guardrails. That shit hurt. That shit hurted. I mean, that's the stuff that RVD used to have to try to jump over like every night. Referee now at the count of 3. That's what I was saying. Kenny Omega, seemingly was in control of the fatal 4-way he was in, but of course, as we've stated, Gunther was that everlasting presence, the one man he didn't hit the one-wing angel on, the one man who was always there when Kenny was about to go for a cover. But now, Kenny is here in one-on-one action where it doesn't look like anybody is going to be able to get to him. And of course, these two shaking each other's hands as a sign of respect, as a knee to the back of the neck of Rollins, and an immediate rope break. But it looks like Kenny Omega is gonna try to fight his way back the right way, and doing it by doing what he does best, and that's win wrestling matches. But Seth Rollins, of course, is one of the hottest acts in wrestling right now. Is the Best Bout Machine
elbow.
Can the Best Bout Machine truly best Seth motherfucking Rollins? And right now,
honestly, the more I watch Seth Rollins, the more I'm just like, he watched Heaven Will also with the stomp and said, "I'm gonna take him," and we get to a pin.
And Rollins will win.
Unbelievable.
And Rollins.
Kenny Omega.
Go ahead.
Gets demolished. Yeah, Kenny Omega just gets demolished by Seth Rollins here.
And Seth Rollins, that might actually be one of the biggest wins in his career. Obviously, that being his first win here in OCW, and that's his biggest win in this company so far. Seth Rollins besting the best bout machine, and man, you just have to wonder.
Words are hard. Yeah, no, you
Yes.
definitely do. But like I was saying earlier, again, I think Seth Rollins watched the Kenny Omega Will Ospreay match and said, I'm gonna just feel all of that because again, the knee strike very similar to the knee trigger, the elbow to the back of the head, very similar to the maneuver Will Ospreay likes to use. I'm curious on a guy who says he's the best in the world and that he'd rather be nowhere else in the Ultimate Universe. How many more moves he's gonna steal from Japanese wrestling?
I don't know, but it looks like he's gonna have to steal a lot more if he wants to best Seth Rollins. Of course, these two could go back at it at any time, but for right now, Seth Rollins in very good shape here in Overdrive. Of course, Kenny Omega being Kenny Omega, his stock hasn't dropped that much, but here we are in our main event. Malachi Black has issued an open challenge for the United States Championship in what is known as the House Rules, where pretty much he gets to determine the stipulation. And I'm getting word right now that stipulation is going to be Extreme Rules. Of course, we know that. His competitors don't know that. But who's going to answer that open challenge? And of course, there's our beautiful boy Ryan in the middle of the ring once again. Thank you for working pro bono again, Ryan. We love you. I'll tell your mother you said hi.
Shout out Mama Ryan.
And oh my God! No way!
That's
The Megastar has answered the challenge! LA Knight is in the building!
And the crowd goes mild. LA Knight is having a very interesting time in the crowd and fans are louder than ever in support, and yet he just can't seem to pick up that victory, push him to the next level. And that's because Bray Wyatt, or Xavier Woods, or Austin Theory trying to get to the United States Championship. Hopefully LA Knight gets it together. Here in Overdrive, though, is a fresh start tonight, and I think him challenging Malachi is a very brave move, especially when you have no idea what the match is going to be.
Now, of course,
Hopefully that doesn't bite him in the ass.
Now, of course, LA Knight, and you're right, he doesn't know the stipulation right now. Of course, LA Knight, he was, and oh my goodness, of course my camera will shit the bed right now. While I fix that, let's just talk about the fact that LA Knight wasn't traditionally picked. He was one of the people that I took dibs on. He was somebody that I reserved before the draft even started because this guy has everything. He has all the tools of a phenomenal professional wrestler. He's great in the ring. He looks like a wrestler. He has the promo abilities. He can naturally, on his own, get over with a crowd. And Malachi Black, many people feeling like, while he did deserve to be in that ladder match, that his victory in the match, undeserved, seemingly only climbing a ladder to win the championship. And some people might be mad that it's not Shelton Benjamin in the spot, but Malachi Black, currently the U.S. champion, doing what he had to do to get to where he was. And my camera is still absolutely shitting itself. Will it fix itself before we get underway? Oh, why, yes, it will. And of course, the referee just now telling LA Knight what he's in for. And again, as we just found out, this will be an Extreme Rules match. Now, of course, you would feel that Malachi Black is at an advantage here, given that he chose the stipulation. But remember, it's Extreme Rules for both men, not just Malachi Black. Malachi Black proved that he deserved to be champion, as thanks to the mythical powers of the House of Black, that belt is hovering above his shoulder. And of course, Black
Malachi. Go ahead.
Nah, you go ahead.
Malachi, finally getting that opportunity to catch the singles gold and taking forward of it. He is the current OCW United States champion, and I expect him to have a very lucrative fight. I don't think LA Knight decided to be champion. That's unfortunate.
But ladies and gentlemen, it is the Megastar versus the leader of the House of Black. Of course, the House of Black only a one-man show right now, as Brody King and Buddy Matthews have yet to be signed, and Black immediately going after Knight. And needed the arm. But of course, with the House of Black not being here, all LA Knight has to worry about is putting Malachi Black on the ground long enough for that 1, 2, 3. Could this finally be the Megastar's night? Could he pull off the upset of all upsets over the leader of the House of Black? As we say here in Overdrive, only time will tell. But I can tell you this match, unless some world's greatest or best blank ever tomfuckery happens again, I think we're in for a nice long match here.
I don't know we'll actually see some weapons. As Malachi,
what a moonsault! All the way across the ring, a kick out at 1! The Megastar wants this! I'm sorry, I'm talking all over you. I'm so excited. Wait, the mist!
Oh, missed!
But the mist!
I feel like he missed stuff.
Yeah, no, but he missed.
Yes.
LA Knight can see. Is that the best backdrop ever? No, it's just a regular backdrop. And of course, Extreme Rules of stipulation. Neither man going for weapons yet. Maybe LA Knight feeling that he has something to prove, finishing it in the ring. I don't know. But LA Knight definitely taking it, the Megastar, to the leader of the House of Black right now. And Knight picks him up again. Oh, what a hit! And
I definitely think LA Knight has a lot to prove. Like, so does Malachi Black. I mean, obviously the House of Black is here, maybe bail him out. Not that I personally think he needs it. I think Malachi wants to prove that he can be the top guy.
Oh, 100%. That's definitely on his mind. You know, of course, in his head, he probably firmly believes that he belongs as the United States champion. And oh my goodness, LA Knight almost stole the victory there.
Right. I do.
Inside cradle! Oh, kick out of
one. Kick out of one. I don't think Malachi is the type of person who's going to do the title. I also don't see him being United States champion long. Not to lose it, because he feels that he deserves to be world champion. Or should I say galactic champion. And he may drop that title to get that opportunity. We'll have to see, obviously.
And again, as we've always said, time will tell. And one of the absolutes here in Overdrive Championship Wrestling is that a sledgehammer is present in just about every single kind of hardcore match. Malachi Black going back under the ring, and now he's going to kendo stick. The fans earlier chanting that they want table as LA Knight yoinks the kendo stick, and he's laying into Black, taking advantage of the Extreme Rules stipulation. And kinda. And of course, with it being Extreme Rules, no referee countout. LA Knight just continuing to use that move on Malachi. Could he look back under the ring? No, he's going to pick up the kendo stick.
No, but he drops it. And now, Black fighting back.
LA Knight plants him on the outside. And LA Knight, oh man, showing off a little bit for the fans, showing that he's not gassed, that he can still go. And oh, he's trying, I think, the elbow drop. And Black rolls out the way. Oh,
No.
And Black Meteora!
Hey,
And Knight might have hit his head on the apron or rubbed his head against the ring post. Malachi Black taking the sledgehammer. But LA Knight not letting him use it. He says, "Fuck yo, sledgy," and then throws him back into the ring. But now LA Knight's grabbing the sledgy. And he misses.
Oh, Malachi's coming.
Malachi here's the cover. And kick out at 1.
No.
LA Knight's
LA
going to roll
Knight
out.
is nowhere near weak enough for that. Just 3 count.
Uh-oh. Knee to the face. LA Knight might be busted open. And stomped to the hand and arm of LA Knight. What could be on the mind of the leader of the House of Black as he's just continually just stomping away. Now measuring him up. Fade the Black. He hits it.
Oh, yes.
Does LA Knight kick out? 1, 2, 3, and Malachi Black retains.
And yet another victim faces Black before the leader. Malachi Black once again proving he is the guy.
And the Megastar, a good performance, but not enough for the leader of the House of Black. And when we're getting the perspective through a shitty cell phone. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to wonder now, Malachi Black, he holds the belt. What could he have in mind for the future of the United States title? Does he do another open challenge? Does he declare a tournament? What does he do? We don't know, but we will be in talks with him this week over how he wants to go about the United States Championship going forward. LA Knight debuting tonight, giving us all he had, but it's not, once again, not enough for the Megastar to overcome the leader of the House of Black. The House rules. The House rules very much played into the favor of Black tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up OCW programming for today. And we've seen some crazy bullshit. We've seen the best arm drag ever, the world's greatest scoop slam, but we also saw phenomenal tag matches, a solid women's match, a good main event, and of course we had the prideful showcase match, which ended in the world's greatest scoop slam. But you know what? I'm happy with that show.
Yeah.
No duds, nothing below 3 stars. Very, very proud of the roster tonight and how they showed up. I'm proud of my roster. I'm always proud of my guys and girls. But I will say, Glory once again showed up and showed out. I think both brands relatively even playing ground. I wasn't really counting the stars, but I mean, hey.
No, I wouldn't. I know I have some really good matches, and I know I have like 2 okay. But regardless, Glory once again proved that we are one of the best brands in professional wrestling. And as much as I hate to admit it, Pride showed out as well, which just goes to show Overdrive is the premier promotion in wrestling.
That is indeed the case, and we will bring you more Overdrive Championship Wrestling next week as the fallout from WrestleMayhem continues and we begin the long, winding road to OCW Defiance. Of course, a number of opportunities on the line next week, and we hope that you all will be there to join us. But for now, I am Stanley Brewer, and for Elias Storm, this is Overdrive Championship Wrestling, and we are out.